thank you to our senior players, managers, and cheerleaders for their years of dedication and hard work put into basketball and cheer. We have brought great joy to your teammates, coaches, family, and fans. We have enjoyed watching your journey on the court. You have created memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you and best of luck to the remainder of this season. First up are the players. Hillary Barron. Parents Paul and Amy. Next up, Mesa Gallagher. Parents Regina Miller and Chris Gallagher. Jada Metzger, parents Jason and Charlie. Next up is Alina Honga, parents Wale Solasi. And the last player, Brooklyn Schroeder, parents Corey and Michelle. The senior manager for the girls, Maya Lemke, parents Mark and Tara. And the senior cheerleader not here this evening, give her a round of applause. Haley Bingham, parents Haley and Jeff Miller.
Good evening, Lynx fans. Welcome to Brandon Valley High School. We've got an ESD matchup between Brandon Valley and Mitchell. Brandon Valley wins the tap. Senior night tonight, so we've got seniors starting for Brandon Valley. That's Alima Manga off the rim.
Yeah, Eric, this is a big game for the Lady Lynx. If they do happen to win this, they would tie for the ESD. I know some people are saying that they beat Pierre and should win it outright, but the ESD conference does not do a tiebreaker. So if they do win tonight, they would share the ESD title with the Pierre Governors.
Mitchell's off on the attempt. Brandon Valley will bring it back up. Jada Metzger crosses the timeline. She's got a path to the lane. It goes off the underside. Mitchell's bringing it back the other way. Nice. Runner. Mongo with the rebound.
Nice touch to play. Start your seniors and get them some action in front of the home fans in their last home regular season game.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good thing. Hillary can't get that one to go. Colonel's bringing it back up. Mongo with another rebound.
I think there's a lid on the basket right now.
Yeah.
Neither team can get it in. See if Hillary can do it. Nope.
That'll stay Brandon Valley ball.
You know, and it's also getting down there where you're keeping an eye on the seeding points. You know, this could be a prelude to the first round of SODAC 16.
Yeah.
The way it's shaping up right now, Brandon Valley would host Mitchell here next week.
Behrens draws a foul in the paint there.
Now, there's a lot of different scenarios that can happen, but, you know, when you get late in the season, people don't move very much in those standings. So I think it's probably a pretty good bet that these two teams will meet in the first round.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hillary draws another one.
She's so good at drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
First attempt is up and good. We got the lid off the basket.
First points of the game. You know, if people haven't watched the Lady Lynx here in the last 3 or 4 weeks, they are playing undoubtedly their best basketball of the year. They've went to a zone defense and has really changed the complexion of this team. It's just amazing how one little tweak to an offense or defense can gain momentum on both ends of the floor, and they've kind of went to this 2-3 zone, and they're much more active in it. They rebound pretty well out of it. It's kind of been a lifesaver for them, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, and it just gives them such a spark offensively, too, because they're so confident in how well they're playing defense.
You know, I watched a little bit on the stream last night up in Huron, and they just dominated that game on the defensive end.
Yeah. Three on the way is no good. Geringer pulled the rebound out to Behrens for a three. That's off. Addie Seamson with the board for Mitchell. Pushes it up the floor. Carson Weech on the perimeter. Mitchell's going to set up here.
And we're in that 2-3 zone. It's really a matchup zone. There you go, hands in the passing lanes and get a steal.
He's got a block on that end. Metzger draws a foul.
Absolutely great take by Jada there. She knew that she had the defense on their heels a little bit and took it right to the hole and was going to go to the free throw line.
That foul is on Lauren Van Oversheedy, her first.
You know, Mitchell plays a lot of young girls. You know, they only start one senior, I believe, and they got a sophomore and maybe a freshman.
Yeah, there is a freshman
that starts. So they're young, and you can kind of see it. Big round of applause for those seniors. They had a nice 3-minute stretch there.
Yeah.
And now the Lynx are back to their original starting lineup that has pretty much started all year. Still 1-0. 1-0, though. We're 3 minutes into this game.
A good high-low entry there. Can't quite handle it in the paint. Mitchell recovers, though, and they'll work it around the perimeter.
Just see how active they're. Their hands are active. You know, they're only one guard on the ball at all times. It's a sound defense they got going right now. They got them pushed out so far. That should be shot clock
That's
violation.
good defense when you can create a shot clock violation.
You don't see shot clock violations very much against the zone, but you sure did there. They had Mitchell so pushed out. You know, they were way beyond the three-point line there and had no continuity in their offense whatsoever.
Lynx down on the offensive end now. Deckert takes it to the rim. We got an offensive foul.
I think they got Paisley on a legal screen there probably. She tried to set a ball screen and just got caught moving a little bit. You know, I really like the Lynx to go inside here a little bit. They outsize Mitchell.
Quick hands by Hillary. It's a tap out.
You know, I'm sure the coaches chart this because most coaches do, but I'd like to know how many balls the Lynx get their hands on the defense end because it's a lot. You know, and again, I'm sure someone's charting on the bench. Like I said, all coaches do that, but it just disrupts their offense so much.
Battle for the board underneath. Metzger comes up with it on the run. Kicks it out to Deckert. Had a path to the rim and it got closed off. Pageant back to Deckert. She gets him turned and backs it in, but can't get the shot to fall. Mitchell bringing it back the other way. Carson Weech. Livy gets her hands on another one there.
Another deflection. The thing I'm most impressed with there again, they have their hand, you know, and U.S. coaches always stress this, but they get their hands up all the time, and that's how they get all those deflections, and it just makes it hard on an offense to get any good look at a basket. There's a turnover.
They've got the Colonels kind of flustered, I think, right now. They're forced to run that offense so far from the basket.
Without question.
The passing lanes close so quickly.
They can't even get in the scoring zone right now. They got them pushed out so far.
Another three on the way by Hillary. Doesn't go. Sawyer Stabner brings it up. Back to Stabner. Kira Hofer down in the corner. Paisley picks up her second there. That gets Maddie Geaver off the bench.
There have been no field goals scored in this game yet.
Oh, we're still at 1-0.
We're 5 minutes in, and there has not been a field goal made.
Got her hand in the passing lane, but also her foot that time.
Shot clock will stay at 32. It only resets if it's below 15.
There, Mitchell gets a good look on the inside. That's number 14, Sawyer Stabner, for two.
It's the first good look they got, but they really concentrated on getting in that high post area, and that's probably the soft part of a zone defense.
Pageant draws the offensive foul there at the charge. That'll be her first.
You know, like I said, I think the Lynx right now are pressing things a little bit. They're trying to make things happen. You know, I think next time down they try to run some offense, get it inside, kind of work that inside-out game and see if they can get a shot inside the paint.
Good
Ooh,
look there by Mitchell. That's a great
Absolutely.
entry. Sawyer Stabner dumps it to Addie Simpson.
Great look by Mitchell there. They did a nice job of executing there.
Deckert with the 3 on the way, just a little too strong. Board by Pageant, gets it up and in on the offensive rebound. 4-3, Colonel's lead.
There we go. Maybe we can jumpstart ourselves here a little bit.
Oh, blocked by Kellenberger. I think she stepped on the line, though.
Metzger will come in for Deckert, so give Kendi a little break here right before the end of the quarter.
Hattie Seamson will inbound for Mitchell. There's Sawyer Stabner with a nice finish. 6-3 Colonels. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Pageant to Kellenberger. She's got a path to the rim. Good finish.
Nice left hand by Kellenberger there. She is left-handed, but it was a nice move anyway. There again, look how far we have them pushed out. It's one way to beat a zone. Hit some outside shots.
Yep, Allison Myrick for 2 for the Colonels. Good look. Nice. Good pass off to Geaver. Good finish. 8-7 Colonels. Working the ball around. Stabner kicks it outside. Long 2 on the way by Lauren Van Oversheedy. And we got a tied up ball. Kellenberger was looking to pass there, and then the passing lane closed.
Yep.
She thought better of it, but really got stuck a little bit.
Yep. She got a tough spot there, and give the Colonels some credit. They did hustled back and got back on defense there.
Shot clock is off. 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. Geaver got her hand on that one.
Let him play it in the quarter.
That's the end of the quarter. 8-7, Mitchell with the lead. A lot of shots just don't seem to be falling yet. It's not that either team is getting bad shots. They just can't get them to go in the rim.
Yeah, like I said, I think Brandon Valley's kind of pressing it a little bit. I think they need to kind of go back to their basic man-to-man offense and get the ball inside a little bit and work that inside-out game. And I think things will happen. There's no doubt you can look at both teams and we have a size advantage inside, and I think we need to use that a little bit here to try to get the flow of the game going, because really we want the game to go in a full-court style, and Mitchell wants to slow it down. So, we'll see if we can dictate the tempo here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and Mitchell's attempt to slow it down with the way we pressure the ball down on the Mitchell offensive end, it just frustrates them, I believe.
Yep.
They can't see passing lanes because we've got somebody on the ball all the time.
Right. And you can tell Mitchell, they have a lot of young girls, but I believe they're like 8-8 on the year, maybe 9-8 on the year. So they've won some basketball games, and you can see they have some girls who understand the game and looks like they're probably capable shooters. So, we knew this probably wouldn't be easy. Yeah, you got an emotional senior night, and it doesn't surprise me that the game started out this way. I look for the Lynx to kind of explode here the second quarter and get things going.
Lynx will start off the second quarter with the ball. Inbounds to Behrens. He's going to bring it up to the top to Geaver. Geaver to Kellenberger. Deckert takes a look. Still working to try to get it inside. Geaver draws a foul.
Without a doubt, they talked about that in the huddle because they were looking inside. They had Hillary posted up and Geaver posted up, so they definitely wanted that ball to go inside that series down.
Maddie Geer will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's on the way and good. We're tied up at 8. Second shot on the way, Maddie Geer. She got 4 on the night. 9-8 Lynx. There's a skip and a dump down and another skip by Mitchell. Gets a nice clean look at a shot. Ava Kellenberger secures the board. Brings it back to the other end. Kick out Metzger. Behrens for an open 3.
Nice.
And that one gets in.
Great job by Metzger there. Ball faked and knew that she had Hillary to her left and got her the ball. And with time, Hillary's really dangerous out there.
Entry to Stabner. Kellenberger with the hands on another one. That's good ball movement by Mitchell. They just couldn't get the finish.
But you can tell the last couple of times down, we have sped them up and got them uncomfortable, and that has allowed us to get a couple easy baskets. And there we had an opportunity to score 2, and there was a pretty good hustle by Mitchell to get back there to stop us.
Lynx to rebound under their own hoop. Behrens out in the corner with it. Nice clean drive to the rim. We'll take those uncontested layups all day.
Without question. And you can just see their energy pick up on the defensive end now. They're a little bit more into it defensively, and energy definitely has picked up.
Sawyer Stabner with a nice turnaround hoop. Lynx working it on the other end. Hillary's got a path to the rim again.
She's just hard for Mitchell to guard. I don't know if they have
they
a player.
Don't match up with her.
I don't think they have a player who can probably defend her.
Colonel staying patient. Good box out by Jada.
She gets more rebounds for her size than anybody I've ever seen. You don't very often see the smallest person on the downside of a zone, but there's Zeta.
Yeah.
She's down at and she gets more rebounds than.
Good hustle back, too. Strips it out of bounds.
The Mitchell coaching staff is none too excited about that. They believe there was a foul there.
It looked reasonably clean. That's kind of right in front of us.
Yep. I don't know if they had a clear look. It was just time for them to complain a little bit.
I think you might be right. Good offensive board there by Mackenzie Peterson for the Colonels. 16-12, the Lynx are up. Oh.
Nice.
Good find. Deckert can't get it to fall. Has a good pass by Maddie. Good vision. Colonels take a look at it.
That's got to be a foul.
Somehow out of that scrum, Brandon Valley comes up with it.
Oh, and then we miss an easy layup.
Hillary brings the ball up, and the layup doesn't fall.
We caught a break because we probably got away with a foul there. Got the ball, and then we can't convert on the layup. Now that one, if I was the Mitchell coach, I would be complaining too.
A little bit more reason to be upset there, yes.
I would be more than a little bit upset on that one.
Good pass underneath by Stabner. Kenzie Peterson draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Give Mitchell credit. They're hanging in there. Like I said, I think they got some young players that understand the game, it looks like, and they're going to battle. This is not going to be one of those that is going to be an easy 4-quarter match.
First one's up and good by Peterson. Yeah, if the playoffs started today, Mitchell's a pretty scary 12
They
seed.
sure are. A team you don't want to see probably, but, like I said, there's still games on Tuesday or Monday, excuse me.
Monday for sure, yes.
That can those makeup games that can change that seeding. But like I said, you get this late in the year and wins don't move you very far. So, I think it looks as though, they might stay at that 12 seed.
Hillary knocks down another three. She's got 11 on the night. 19-14 Brandon Valley. Colonel's working around the outside, looking to get it into the post. There's the entry they wanted, the dump down. Just can't get the finish. Stabner continues to battle for it. Mitchell's got another offensive board. Ooh. That got the Mitchell coaches off the bench as well.
And rightfully so, I believe.
Yeah, I can't say they're wrong. Now we get a foul on Metzger, I believe. Yep. Jada Metzger's first foul. Got her on the arm.
Yep. It's interesting.
Pretty close to 5.
Yep. When the Lynx change their defense up on an out-of-bounds play, they play strictly man-to-man defense on all out-of-bounds plays, and I think it had Mitchell confused there.
Yeah, we've seen him do that the last few games.
Yes. It just gives a different look, you know what I mean? And it's a little easier to switch and find the shooters and things such as that. So I think it is probably a good look.
3 on the way by Deckert. It's not good. Sawyer Stabner comes down to the block, kicks it out. Addie Seamson puts the ball in the rim, 19-17. Mitchell with their hands in the passing lane. Stabner's going to go end-to-end, draws a foul. Metzger, I believe.
And we just got caught up leaving our feet. Mike doesn't like the way things are looking here. He calls the timeout to kind of gather the troops and see what he can draw for the next offensive series.
2.5 minutes to play in this quarter.
Eric, let's give a shout out to the Brandon Valley Wrestlers last night. They capped off a great individual session, I guess. I believe they had 5 individual champions last night, and they won the overall team title last night in the individual portion of the state wrestling tournament. I know they are in semifinal action right now in the duels out in Rapid City. The last I saw, Brandon Valley was behind 18-13 to Pierre with 3 matches to go. So, it's a great first 2 days they had out there and some great individuals. Alex Metzer was named the most valuable wrestler out there and the one with the most pins. I believe he wrestled 3 matches and none of them got to the second period. So, he had an outstanding and, like I said, it was just a great 2 days for the Lynx wrestlers out there in Rapid City. It looks like they're in a little bit of trouble in the team duels right now. It looks like Pierre is maybe going to defeat them in the semifinals. So if that is the case, they would wrestle for 3rd and 4th in the team duel situation out there in Rapid.
Stabner converts the first free throw to bring the Colonels within 1. Here's her second to attempt to tie the game up. And that one's off. Hillary secures the board. Brings it up to the other end. There's a good take by Kellenberger. Got a foul on the baseline. Lynx will inbound under their own hoop. Got tapped, I believe. Colonels come away with it. Stabner brings it up. And over Sheedy. Oh, Hillary got her hands on another one, but foot touched the line there. It'll stay with Mitchell. 2:06 to play in the second quarter. Seamson will inbound for the Colonels. Then over Sheedy on the top. Working it back and forth. Their eyes are always looking to get it to the inside. Yep. There's Stabner. It's a good look, but Link's got a hand in the passing zone again. Hillary with a little pull-up from 8 feet. Doesn't go, and I think she picked up a foul.
Yeah, she got called for a foul there in the backcourt. Not where you want to commit a foul, but I believe that's only her first, so we're going to be okay.
A little bit of a frustration that the ball didn't go in the rim.
Yep. You see that a lot, both in college and high school. They make a good move and don't finish it, and then the frustration comes in and they cause a foul on the backcourt.
Strong rebound by Deckert on the miss. Deckert finds Geaver, and she hits. She's got 6.
She's had a nice little spurt here for
yes,
the
Lynx,
Lynx, giving a solid 6 points and doing a decent job there in the defense.
Just mishandled by the Colonels there. They're very determined to work that ball inside.
They are. Obviously, they've scouted us well and understand where they need to get the ball to attack that zone defense.
Pageant brings it up for the Lynx. 51 left in the quarter. Out to Deckert on the wing. Bounce entry to Hillary. She can't fight through the contact to get it to go. There's Kennedy for a 3, and she gets one to fall. 3 for Kennedy Deckert. 24-18, Lynx lead.
Nice
just under 30.
That was a nice offensive set there by the Lynx. Now they need to get a stop here and go into halftime with a 6-point lead. They're going to give us a chance.
Nope. It's going to stay here. Yeah, I'm surprised they took that shot.
Me too. They could have ran the shot clock down all the way to the end of the quarter, but chose not to. They do get a second chance here.
Yep, she took steps.
We are going to get the last shot.
12 to play.
Hopefully they know how much time is left on the clock.
This is a screen from Geaver. She comes for a pretty easy conversion there for an end of the half play.
Great play by Paget there, and if you're the Mitchell coach, you are none too pleased with that one because they pretty much gave her an open lane for a layup to end the half.
26-18. We'll see if we got any other girls' AA scores to report today. Girls AA from today. Sioux Falls, Washington beats Rapid City Central 51-38. Sturgis over Yankton 44-42. Stevens defeats Lincoln 54-43. And Spearfish over Brookings 39-33. And our game at the half is 26-18 Brandon Valley.
You know, and like I said, Eric, this game will decide the ESD championship. If the Lynx win, they will tie with Pierre for the girls' championship. Again, like I said before, the ESD does not have a tiebreaker. The conference does not have a tiebreaker, so teams with the same record share that distinction of being conference champs. And Pierre is already 7-1, and so you know it comes down to the Lynx to see if they can share that conference title with Pierre. Same thing in the boys section, our boys division tonight. The ESD comes down to our game tonight with Pierre and Mitchell. The winner of that wins the ESD outright. which is a big accomplishment. Anytime that you can put up a conference championship banner, that's just a feather in your hat, as you move forward and that sort of thing. So, these are two big games, both for the boys and the girls, and not only that, but it obviously has an impact on the seeding. So, the boys are in a situation where if they can hold where they would, I believe they're number 6 right now in the seeding. I'm assuming with a win they would probably stay there. If things ended tonight, they would play Sioux Falls O'Gorman here in that first round of that SODAC 16. So, any way you look at it, tonight's a big game for both these teams.
Yeah, it's, we get down to the end of the year, and the coaches talk to their kids all the time. Okay, here's all you worry about, 1-0 today. That's what we want to do. Right. But, getting to the end of the year, the thing they really want to strive to do is be playing at their best.
Correct.
Be healthy, obviously, but be playing your best basketball when next Friday or Saturday rolls around for the girls or the boys.
You're exactly right, and you want to hold your home court because you feel like you're a few points better on your home court.
It's such a difference, it really is.
In front of the home crowd, it just is a different atmosphere for you. You don't want to get in a bus, and you don't want to travel, especially if you have to travel a long way. So, both the boys and girls are in good shape to host a game. It looks like they're both going to host a game, both the girls on Friday and the guys on Saturday. So, it'll be interesting to see who their opponent is. I always said it as a former coach. This is the sleepless. You go get no sleep as a coach the next 2 weeks. This is grind time, and they're fun times, yet they're stressful times. Because now with the SODAC 16, it's one and done. You don't get a second chance. So like alluding to your point, you've got to be playing your best basketball at this time of the year because there are no second chances. Back when we were coaching, you had that second chance,
yeah.
You had that wrestle back, but you don't have that anymore. And anybody can win on a given night if you're not playing your best basketball. So it goes all back to what you said. You've got to be at the top of your game right now, and it's crunch time. It really is, and I expect the boys' game tonight will be a really good game. I watched a little bit of Mitchell and O'Gorman on TV last night, and both teams played really, really well. Both teams had a chance to win. They just didn't quite get it done. O'Gorman didn't quite get it done at the end. So, what I will tell you is O'Gorman's a scary out right now.
I agree.
On the boys' side, that's a team that their record may not show it. I believe they've only won 6 games or something. But if you look at their scores, they've been in every basketball game, and they have played some really good teams close. And, offensively it's not a problem for them because they have Ing and some of those guys that can really shoot it and score. That's a scary out for somebody, whoever draws them that first round of the SODAC.
That's what, and coaches right now are absolutely thinking, we're going to host a game, but I want to know who am I hosting, because you can start preparing once you find out who that opponent's going to be.
Without question, and I guarantee both these coaches, Zur and Mr. Nelson, they'll be in the coaches' room late tonight because they're going to have a pretty good idea after tonight's game who they're going to play, and they'll start getting tapes ready and scouting reports ready for that game next week. So, like I said, for coaches, they're not going to see their wives or their family here in the next 2 weeks because they have tunnel vision going right now because they are focused in on the postseason here. And, you just don't know when it comes to postseason. I like the SODAC 16 because I think it's your best chance of getting your best teams in the state tournament.
It absolutely is.
So from that standpoint, if you go back when we didn't have the SODAC 16, you'd have teams that, we'll look at this year. If we went back to our old districts, we'd have Yankton, who's really good. We'd have Lincoln and Washington and us. Yeah. You're going to have 2 teams that are probably going to stay home that deserve to be in the state tournament. So I think the SODAC 16 is doing what it's intended to do.
Absolutely.
Have your best chance. Now, you may always have an upset, and that's part of basketball. It's part of athletics. But it does give you the best opportunity to get the top 8 teams in the state tournament. And if all 8 teams get to the state tournament, you better go out there because it's going to be a whale of a state tournament.
It'll be really good.
There's some really, really talented teams out there and some really talented individuals. So, and I was talking to Randy Marshall the other night about it. I think there's legitimately 6 teams who can win the Class AA boys tournament. So, and maybe all 8, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you have an upset somewhere along the line in that AA basketball tournament out in Rapids. So, in the same way with the girls, I mean, there's some really, really good teams out there. And the AA girls that will be at the Pentagon, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Which is a great venue for a state tournament. That's going to be a whale of a state tournament too. And it's just, some of it is going to be dictated of who your first round opponent is and what bracket you get into, and that sort of thing. But like I said, this is a fun time. It's a stressful time. Stressful time for coaches and a fun time for everybody else, because this is what you practice from whatever November 20th on till now, is gearing up for a state tournament run. And we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah. And that state tournament is a whole different thing than the kids are used to all year, because they're playing 3 days in a row, which they've not done.
Without question, it's a whole different, and you as a coach have got to have that mindset going in. You got to have your players, and you said it earlier, you hope you're healthy. You hope you give them a little time off here, but coaches get antsy and they want to practice.
Absolutely, they do.
They don't want to give time up, but you also, I'm a firm believer in giving your kids a little bit of rest before you get to that playoff run, because they're tired, they're wore down, just as you are as a coach. So I think a little time off is helpful. But I also understand the other side. You want to get in there, you want to get your game plan. You want to make sure they're confident in their abilities. It's a stressful couple weeks coming up for everybody.
It is. And the depth of your bench really plays a role at the state tournament too, with 3 games.
Without question.
Sequential.
You're exactly right. Those teams that have a short bench, that becomes more difficult when you get in the state tournament, because you play on a big floor there and the monument, as it's called now, and you get up and down. And if you have a short bench, you've got to be wise in how you use your timeouts, how you use your substitutions, all those sorts of things. So you're right. If a team that has more depth probably has an advantage, out there in a 3-game stretch. But kids are also resilient.
Yes, they are.
And when they get to that state tournament, they get a whole new level of competitiveness and enthusiasm. And like I used to tell players, you only got 3 games left, and for many, it's 3 games left in your career.
Yep.
So give it all you got. And it will be an interesting state tournament, both on the girls and boys side. It will be a real treat if you're a basketball fan to watch both those tournaments, because they are going to be very, very competitive.
Well, we're about ready to roll here with second half. Brandon Valley is up 26-18. Mitchell will start with the ball. Lynx come out with their traditional starting 5, not the 5 that started the game tonight on senior night, but the ones they've been rolling with all year.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Mitchell will start the same way, I believe.
Looks that way, yes. There we go. We got shoes all tied, and we're ready to play here. Lynx come out just like we assumed they would in that 2-3 zone. Mitchell's working to try to get it to the inside of the paint somehow, some way. Stabner finds an entry to Van Overschiede, who takes it up through some contact. Doesn't get it to fall. Barons with a skip across to Deckert. Finds an alley. Back to Hillary. There's a strong take to the rim by Pageant. She just can't get it to roll over the rim.
Yep. Good move, but just having a tough time finishing this game.
So 3 on the way for Carson Witch. 26-21. Hillary with a nice cut and a good entry pass by Jada. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think it is final if my phone tells me right out in Rapid. It looks like the Brandon Valley Rustlers lost 34-33 to Pierre
Oh, jeez.
to finish second in the team duels out in Rapid City.
Hillary's first one is up and good. Gives her 12 for the night. Second one on the way and good.
Going to show a little pressure here,
Yep.
which I think is a good thing. Kind of change things up here. It's a little zone press here, 2-2-1. And they'll drop back to their 2-3 zone. It's really a good look, to be honest with you, and he's probably saved it a little bit in case he has to use it in the postseason, but it definitely speeds up the game.
Presley off with the rebound. Up to Behrens. Behrens looks for a path to the rim, doesn't have one. Pageant. Off, out to Behrens for the 3, and that one's good.
She got her feet set that time, and she was not rushed, and you could see it when I left her hand. That was going to be good. Lynx drop back to their 2-3 zone here. Don't show any full court pressure there after a made basket. They're still really pressuring the ball out front. They got Mitchell pushed so far out again. Good box out by Hillary there on the backside. You know, like I said, one of the drawbacks of the zone defense is you're rebounding, but you know, the last 4 or 5 games, I think the Lynx they've done a really nice job on the boards. You know, I think they're probably better at rebounding in a zone than they are in a man, to be quite honest with you.
There's a good finish through contact by Deckert.
And that's another thing she has really done the last 4 or 5 games is taking the ball to the hole, and it's just opened up a lot of things for her. There's that pressure again. See if we can get
turnover there.
Yep.
Foul, I believe, on Carson Weech. Yes, her second. Kennedy Deckert will shoot 2.
You can kind of feel it here. This game has a chance to really
It's
go in
right
our
there,
favor.
yes.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it right now that, you know, you get a couple stops and a couple baskets here, and you can probably break this game open here. You know, and again, if this is your opponent, you don't want to give them too much information.
Correct.
You know, so you're kind of playing a cat and mouse game here with the coaches trying to figure out how much should I show them, how much shouldn't I show them, because this may be your matchup in that first round.
Stabner from the corner for 3. She's got 10 for the Colonels.
She's an underclassman that
She's
quite
she's
a bit
played
young.
for
Yeah,
3 full
yeah,
seasons now,
she
yes.
has, yeah. You can tell that she's kind of the veteran of the group.
All kinds of contact there, but no call. Good finish there by Allison Myrick.
Delay a game, I think. I think they touched it after a
tapped
basket,
it out.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So that's the first warning on them. It's just a warning. And basically what happened is one of the Mitchell players touched the ball after it went through the hoop. You can't do that. That's a delay game. Next one's a technical foul, but the first one's just simply a warning. And Chris Janis, will work the state tournament. He's a state tournament official. I believe he's on the boys' side, actually. He was right on top of that. You know, I'm a little surprised teams don't try to double Hillary a little bit more.
Yes.
You know, I haven't seen a girl this year that could defend her one-on-one in the court. You know, I would think she would see some double teams or whatever because she's just a tough match. She can go with both hands. She goes hard to the basket.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen yet this year. But
we did see it. Watertown did
yeah,
it.
they put 3 on her actually. So yeah, I still am baffled by that defense.
Yep.
I still don't know exactly what Watertown was trying to do there, but to each his own.
Oh, she just couldn't quite get the handle
No, that-
on it off the dribble.
That play was tough from the start. Hillary had trouble with it. She made a tough pass, and Paget actually did a nice job of catching it. And then she didn't get it with both hands, and that play was just destined for a turnover from the start, to be honest with you.
You like the fact, though, that they got their eyes up
Yep.
and they're looking to advance the ball.
Yep. You know, and when you play a fast tempo, you're going to turn it over sometimes. That's just a fact of life.
Really nice pass there by Stabner down inside.
You know, where they've hurt the Lynx is when they've got to that high post area, and that's the soft spot of a zone, and they've managed to get it in there a little bit. Just as I say that, they're going to bring Geaver in to show a little bit more height in there to maybe combat that high post area. Mitchell will call a timeout.
Timeout by the Colonels. We got a 6-point game here right now, 27-33. Brandon Valley with the lead. Mitchell takes a 30-second timeout. Yeah, just when we talked about the fact that it was at a point of breaking open,
Yeah.
Mitchell kind of battled back.
Yeah.
And got it to within 6.
You know, and I haven't seen Mitchell all year, you know, but they're kind of a scrappy group. Like I said, they have a good understanding of the game, and they're not going to let this one get away from them, I don't think. You know, there's still a lot of time left, but, you know, they're making a game out of this, and
Close it to within 5. Pageant kicks it ahead. Kellenberger on the wing. Kellenberger to Geaver, just short. Mitchell secures the board. Stabner enters it inside. Myrick back out to Stabner. Thought about the 3. We got a kick. Ball will stay with Mitchell.
And again, the shot clock will stay at 22. It only resets if it's under 15, so they'll have 22 on this time down the court.
Geaver scrapping for the board. It's going to come Brandon Valley's way.
We'll see if Mike Zerk calls something different here this time down. They've been kind of running that dribble series. We'll see if they change things up here.
Pageant to Metzger to Kellenberger in the
Set a
paint.
double
back
for
out
Hillary.
to Hillary.
Great special.
That's
Great call by Coach Zer there. That was a nice set there. It was definitely going to Hillary coming off a double screen there. It was awesome execution there by the Lynx. Just what the doctor ordered, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Stabner with a scoop that can't fall. Metzger secures the board.
Good find.
Pageant for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Colonels are working to get, there they go, that's where they want it. They want to get it to the high post and then dump down.
That's where Geaver brings the defense.
Yes, she definitely helps there. There's a 3 on the way by Allison Myrick.
Off and running. This is trouble for Mitchell. Yep. Deckert for Metzger.
Mitchell foul on Addie Seamson. It's her second. Lynx will inbound right in front of their bench. Pageant up on top. Deckard off the back screen from Hillary. Kicks it out to Kellenberger. 3 on the way. Stabner gets the board.
A little too strong there.
Push ahead. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline off Geaver. Mitchell will retain possession here.
And the Licks will play man-to-man here out of bounds
Yep.
again. We'll see how they attack it. It's just a lot easier to switch when it's man-to-man. You can talk a lot better. And
Stabner misses from the
nice pass
baseline.
by Paget.
Good find up ahead.
Hillary.
We got a foul, I believe, on Kellenberger.
But they
Push from behind.
I think if Hillary had to do that again, she shoot with her left hand on the left side. She kind of went underneath, made it probably a little bit tougher shot than it needed to be. But, you know, again, we got the tempo going in our way here a little bit. That's the speed that we want to play. So if they can keep managing that, it's going to be a uphill battle for the Colonels.
Yeah, Maddie's really making a difference inside there.
Yes.
She closes so much down.
Yeah, you know, that's the other thing about playing that zone. You can play Maddie more minutes, you know, because
Yes.
you know, she can just kind of control the middle of that paint, and you know, she's long, and that presence is a big factor when offenses are trying to attack that zone press.
Good board. Had to come through a bunch of contact. Good hustle by Kellenberger. Lynx will retain possession underneath their own hoop.
You know, with Ava, she's always going to give you that effort.
Oh, yeah, she's
you
100
know,
miles an hour all the time.
Her motor never stops, which is a coach's dream player when your motor never stops.
There we got a shooting foul. Addie Seamson for the Colonels picks up her third. Ava Kellenberger will go to the line to shoot 2. Just under 42 seconds to play in this period. Converts the first one. Brooke Burnett comes in to the game to give Hillary a blow.
Yep. It's good use of the quarter timeout by Coach Zur there. He'll sit her for the 41 seconds, and then through the timeout, get her a couple-minute break, and she'll be ready for the home stretch.
Kellenberger converts, and the Lynx lead by 10. Colonels looking to work inside. They do. Then they kick out. An over Sheedy. That went off some feet and came out with the Lynx ball.
Kind of like it was a pinball in there, and fortunate for us, it went off a Colonel's leg.
So we got 14 and a half remaining in
shot.
this period. Definitely a one-shot scenario here. Got an offensive foul on Geaver on the screen. Got her moving up there.
Mr. Janis was all over that one.
Yeah, I had a terrible view of that through the backboard here, but he called it right away.
Yep. He's a good official.
Yes, he is.
He has good judgment. He's a really good official.
There's a strong take to the rim.
That won't be a fun huddle. Coach Zur will not be happy with that defensive stance.
Yeah, that was Sawyer Stabner. She's got 12 now for Mitchell. 1 quarter to play. It's an 8-point game. Brandon Valley's got an 8-point lead, 38-30. It looks like, yeah, he's got Hillary coming back into the game now.
nice crowd here.
Yeah.
For the game.
It really is
You
good.
know, nice doubleheader, and you got two. You got an opponent that's pretty good on both the boys and the girls side. It's kind of, and this is round 2 because we tried to play it Tuesday and things suddenly got out of. The weather played a detour on our game,
As it has pretty much all season.
Yeah. It's supposed to be nice the rest of this week, so we'll see what happens. I think everybody's kind of tired of snow blowing or shoveling or all of the above.
Yeah, I'd like to meet somebody that's not tired of it.
Yeah, it's been a long winter.
All right, the Lynx will start this quarter with the basketball.
You know, they play this lineup quite a bit with Kellenberger and then Jada's playing in the post. You see that? And she bounces out. Hillary kind of plays the point guard position. Set
Run
play
a little
out of
special
time.
for her.
Yep.
She can't quite handle it.
I like doing something
Out
special.
of a timeout
yeah,
like that, yes.
Call it specials out of timeouts. I really like to do that to try to get your best player a shot to start the quarter because it can really elevate, you know, the rest of the team if you get a quick bucket. That's what they call an unforced turnover.
Unforced, yep, absolutely. She zigged and she thought she was going to zag there. Lynx bring it back up. Hillary's on the top with it. Finds Deckert for a 3. Strong board by Stabner. She's really a good player.
She is a good player. You know, she's only a junior, so she'll be back next year. This Mitchell team will be pretty good next year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they seem really well coached, too.
They do.
I mean, they stay disciplined,
Yep.
move the ball well. There's Kellenberger getting a hand on the ball again, knocks it out of bounds.
Now the Lynx will go back to their original starting lineup to start this half. We should be well rested. We got each one of those girls a break, so they should be ready for the home stretch here.
Colonel's working around the perimeter, looking to try and enter it into that high post area. There's a 3 on the way, doesn't fall. Carson Weech just a little strong on the 3 for the Colonels.
And the other thing is Mitchell has 16 fouls, so any foul here on out, we will shoot free throws.
It's a good take to the rim by Pageant there. Lynx lead is 8 right now. 6 minutes to play. There's their entry they wanted. Oh, another unforced error.
You can see they're becoming frustrated with that zone. It just is, it's taking a toll right now, and we're doing a better job of shoring up that middle so that's not an open look into that middle, and they're really having a tough time executing against it right now.
Mitchell takes a timeout here. Looks like a full. Yeah, the coach might be equally frustrated by it.
Yeah. I think if you can read his mannerism, he is frustrated, I believe. And, again, that's what his zone does, and the only way you can get teams out of the zone is knock down some outside shots. And when you're not doing that, teams are, like Coach Zer, they're not going to get out of that zone for you, and you're just going to become more frustrated, as the game wears on. There are a lot of boys' finals, too, today. In AA basketball. They were all played this afternoon. Number 2 ranked Sioux Falls Lincoln defeated Rapid City Stevens 75-41. Number 5 ranked Yankton beat Sturgis Brown High School 60-42. Sioux Falls Washington, number 3 ranked team, beat Rapid City Central 75-49. And it was a barn burner up at the Aberdeen Central Gym. The Golden Eagles beat Watertown 49-44. There's one other final. Brookings defeated Spearfish 73-67. So That's kind of your boys' scores. We are the only game at night, so all other AA games are finals.
Lynx bringing up Pageant with a run to the rim, kicks it out. Metzger off to Deckert, can't get it to go. That's going to go to Mitchell.
You could just see it when Kennedy let that one go. You could just see she did not have her legs into that shot, and that was going to come up short from the start. And that's her shot. That's her game. She has to shoot those. And
she absolutely does.
Yep. I mean, that's her game. When she get a spot up three, she can be very, very effective out there. You can see how we're really controlling the high post right now. Just not letting it get in there. And
yeah, we're forcing them just to bounce the ball around the perimeter and don't give them that entry.
And we're forcing them to shoot the threes. And, you know, it's hard to win games when that's all you get is three-point shots because your percentage is not very high.
Now we're man again on the out-of-bounds play.
Now we switch everything, you know, and now we're a little bit confused as what we're in, I think.
I'm confused.
I'm a little bit confused myself, but they scramble out of it.
Paisley Hoff with a strong board. Pushing it up the floor. Good pass.
Nice pass,
Pageant. Very nice pass by Paisley there.
Off on the break. Your center was leading the break.
Yep.
Nice pass.
There, they got it where they want it. Yep. Strong take. They can't get it to fall.
Nice pass. Great.
Good finish by Pageant there.
Kennedy Deckert, left-hander. She made that long pass. That was awesome.
Stabner draws the foul on the shot. I believe it's on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Colonel's now down 14. He's off on the first one. We got Kellenberger coming in and also Mesa Geringer coming into the game.
She played well the first 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So Coach Zer's going to reward her with a little time here down the stretch.
Stabner converts the second one. It's 44-31 Lynx, 4:20 to play. Pageant on the top. Kicks out to Kellenberger. Out to Behrens. 3 on the way and good.
When she gets a clean look, it's all but automatic almost.
That's what they need out of her going down the stretch too. If she starts off cold, just keep chucking it because eventually she's going to make them. There she draws a foul. Look fairly clean, but we're a long ways away from it. Allison Myrick's going to go to the line for the Colonels. Just under 4 to play. First one's on the way and off the back iron. That one looks good, and it is. 47-32, Lynx lead by 15. Pageant up, corner to Kellenberger, takes one bounce, looks for the cutter, just a little bit out in front. And over Sheedy on the run for Mitchell, and loses her footing a little bit, gets called for the travel.
It's good transition defense by all 5 girls there. They hustled back, and sometimes when you do that, you cause a turnover.
Brooklyn Schroeder, another senior, checks into the game here for Brandon Valley. Long pass ahead to Jada Metzger. Good board by Geringer, puts it up and scores.
Awesome. Good for her.
Good offensive rebound.
She's got a huge smile going down the court,
Put it back up and in.
Good for her.
We got it tied up. Ball will stay with Mitchell. Yeah, that was a great thing to see.
Yeah, it was.
She hustled back.
Yep. It was awesome. She had a big smile all the way down. That's why you love athletics, for moments like that.
Absolutely. Stabner with the 3 on the way. Can't get it to fall. Hillary's got the board, and here they come running. Got Kellenberger up ahead, and that's a good, solid finish there.
That was excellent. Exactly how you run a fast break right there.
Lynx push it to a 19-point lead. We got a foul in the backcourt.
Coach Scher's going to bring his seniors out probably here one at a time, right in front of the home crowd here. Then they're going to call a timeout. US coaches like to do that. Bring your seniors out one at a time to end the year, because let the crowd show their respect and their appreciation for all they've done during their years and as part of a basketball team.
This game kind of accelerated there from the beginning of the quarter on. The Colonels had it down to 6 at one time, and the Lynx just kept solid and got it up to 19.
Bob Logan just announced that there will be a welcome home for the state champion wrestlers tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here in the Activity Center. So it'd be nice to get a good crowd out here to show your appreciation to the wrestlers and all the work they've done this year. I worked the region wrestling tournament with Randy the other night. We have some very talented wrestlers.
Yes, they do. Alima Manga checked in during that timeout for the Lynx. She's a senior as well, number 4.
I believe we have all seniors in the game again, do we not?
Yep. It is. Yes, it is.
So they're going to let the seniors probably play it out. My guess, before the end of the quarter, they would take Jada and Hillary out.
Jada's good on the first one. The second one's off the back of the rim. We got a foul on the other end.
Mike's got the man-to-man defense call. You can see they're matched up again.
That foul was on Mesa Geringer, her first. Oh, quick hands there. She almost came up with the steal.
Yeah.
Actually created a turnover.
She did. Boy, it's nice to see 5 seniors end their career together on the floor. And
yeah, it's a cool thing.
It's not their last game, and we all know that, but it's the last time you can appreciate what they've done, because when you get to the state playoffs, you can't do any of that other stuff. See if we can get somebody else's shot here. I think
that's probably the goal here.
Yep. Hillary's kind of running the show, telling him, get open, I'm going to get you the ball. Metzger. I
think they got Geringer with a foul coming over the top. It was a good hustle by her to try to get to that board. Delana Hinkle at the line for Mitchell. It's off the front of the rim. Barron secures the board, brings it up. Brooklyn Schroeder on the way for 3, and it's in. That's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
She just got the right bounce on that thing.
Did.
The whole place was hoping it went in.
You could hear people holding their breath, and once it went in, there was an uproar.
Got a jump
He's
ball.
going to bring them off now. This is a great situation here. He's going to bring all seniors off. I'm assuming they're going to get a standing ovation. And they will.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's pretty neat to see.
Yep. That's awesome.
Into the game for the Lynx, I got Hunsed and
Babb and let's see, who else do we have? Bergen, Haley Bergen's in the game.
Kaylee Van Ruler is in.
And Gabby Klinkhammer. So I believe.
Yeah, I think we got them all.
Yeah, I think we got them all.
Colonels bring it up. We got just over a minute to play.
You know, when you hold teams to 32 for the game, you gotta like your chances.
Yeah,
I mean, you can hold teams. You know, our kind of the goal is 40 or 45, and when you hold teams to 32, you got a really good chance of winning. Yeah. And again, it's all comes back to that zone defense that he's put in, and it's done wonders.
Yeah, they've just gotten better and better at it every time we see them.
Without question, and you know, like we said earlier, it just gains confidence on the offensive end, too. I mean, they're scoring 45, 50, 55, 60 points a game. And when you combine that defensive effort and you get it going on the offensive end, you're going to be a tough team for anyone to deal with down here in the postseason. So, you know, you really like the Lynx chances here. They've done a really good job all year of taking care of business, and they just got to do it one more time. To get in the state tournament. It might be very well against this Colonel team. But,
yes, it absolutely probably will be.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. You know, again, some things can change, but it sure looks like it's probably going to be Mitchell here. At any rate, they're going to host somebody. You know, they're in a pretty good situation where they got to feel good about hosting a game, and you take care of business at home, and you play a good 32 minutes, and you get that ticket to the state tournament.
Kenna Solik at the line for Mitchell. She's a freshman. Knocks down the first one. Second one's in and out. Van Ruler with the rebound. Out to Klinkhammer. She'll give it off to Haley Bergen. And Haley's going to dribble it out. That was a really strong second half by the Lynx.
Really good second half. You know, they executed very well on both sides of the floor. And let's congratulate Coach Zur, his staff, and his players on the ESD championship. What a great honor to put the year 2023 up on that ESD conference banner. And they get a medal and all those sorts of things that will be a token for all the hard work they put in. And you know, we wish them the best of luck next week as they strive to punch their ticket to the state tournament.
Yeah, they're really a fun team to watch play. It's always so enjoyable to watch teams that play hard on defense and create everything off of that.
Yep. And you got an assistant principal. They're getting awarded the SD champs, and look how excited they are. That means a lot. I can remember when we won our first ESD, I thought we won the world championship. You know, that's a pretty special award there. So congratulations, and we wish them the best of luck. They're a team that deserves to be in the state tournament. Now they just got to take care of business next week.
That's exactly right.
They are a team that's very deserving to be in the state tournament. So, you know, hopefully they can take care of business, like I said, next week and punch that ticket. Thanks, Eric. It's been fun. It's time to go to the golf course.
Number 10, Dylan Langrock, parents Nick and Abby. Number 34, Nate Vandenberg, parents Paul and Tammy. Next up, managers Jocelyn Green, parents Darcy Green and Scott Powell. Aspen Thompson, parents Rick and Amy. Andrew Knudsen, parents Brian and Kristen. Cheerleaders, seniors, Aspen Bartek, parents Connie and John Jacobson, and Chris Bartek. Annalise Evans, parents Ron and Heidi. Ashley Gerbach, parents John. Mariana Lawrence, parents Kevin and Amy. How about a Lynx round of applause for our senior players, managers, and cheerleaders? Thank you.
All right, Paul.
Before we introduce the starting lineups, introduce the Brandon.
And Lynx fans, welcome to this Saturday evening as we are going to close out the regular season for your Lynx basketball team. As the seniors were just called out tonight, I am always here with my partner, Bob Arnold. And Bob, I'll let you speak in a second here, but man, you look different. You have a headset on, and boy, it must feel good. But we have seniors to go over tonight real quick. So it's senior evening, and that's why we were a little bit late. As you saw on your screen, the 5 seniors that were coming out with their parents, and it's always a special night along with the team managers and cheerleaders and everybody that goes into a part of being senior evening. Number 10 is going to be Dylan Langrock. He's a senior. He's 6'4", and this is going to be your starting lineup for the Lynx also. Number 12 is going to be Cole Decker. He's a senior. He's 6'2". Number 22, Bryce Backer. He's a senior. He's 6'4". Number 30 is Jamison Kreitzfeld. He's a senior. He's 6'4". And rounding out your starting 5 on senior night is number 34, Nate Vandenberg. He's a senior at 6'3". Bob, tell me a little bit about how we're walking into this final game of this regular season as the Lynx sitting at this going into SODAC 16 next week. Tell me a little bit about how we're looking in points wise.
Well, right now the Lynx are sitting in the 6th spot, which would afford them a home playoff game in the SODAC 16. Tonight they're playing a very high seed in the Mitchell Colonels. Another big game that would go to determining those top 8, which are also crucial because they all get a home game, would be on Monday evening between the Pierre Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers. So we won't know the final 8 to see who gets a home game until Monday night, but if they win this one, should take care of business here.
Seniors have taken the court, and the Colonels are going to win the tip. With the Colonels is going to be number 3 Myers, number 4 Talley, 23 is going to be Solik, 35 is going to be McCardle, and 44 is going to be Morgan to start it out. And they're going to kick it all the way over to Talley. Talley up for 3, no good. There's a rebound by Vandenberg. The 5 seniors on the court on this Saturday evening, February 25th, on senior evening here in Brandon, South Dakota. They're going to swing it all the way over to Vandenberg. Now Decker resets the offense over to Morgan. Vandenberg right away sees a double team. No, he doesn't. He's going to kick it back out. Up and good. First points of the game for Nate Vandenberg, 2-0.
Yeah, with the seniors on the court, they got a little bit different defense. They're playing a 2-3 zone against the Colonels, that are a very good team. They're coming in third ranked in the power points in the AA.
As they're gonna reset on offense. It's 2-0 early in this ball game. As number 23, that's gonna be Solik. He's gonna kick it over to McCardle. McCardle guarded by Kreitzfeld. They kick it back out. And there's a 3 ball from number 44. That's Morgan from the corner. Colonels take the lead, 3-2. Link's going to reset the offense, as you see on the right side of your screen, as Kreitzfeld's going to look right under Vandenberg. Vandenberg's open. Teardrop, no good. Off the backboard, as the Colonels are going to reset their offense right down here with Solik. Solik swings it. They're going to swing it way back to Myers. Myers resets the offense as is a 2-3 zone from the Lynx. On defense, they go right into Morgan. Morgan hit the 3 just a second ago. That's going to be 23 Solik. He hits a 3 from about the same spot, 6-2 Colonels.
Yeah, the Colonels are getting some penetration into the lane. The Lynx are collapsing, but it's leaving the three-point line wide open. They're going to have to make some adjustments to not give them that wide open shot.
As Decker's going to dribble with his left hand, pull up jumper, no good. Morgan's there, no, they're not going to rebound it. They're going to come down with Myers. Myers is going to swing it over to McCardle. No, he likes it at the top of the key. Solik looking for his second 3 of the game. He hits it. It is now 9-2 as Solik hits his second 3. Early timeout, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout from Coach Nelson and the staff for the Lynx.
Yeah, the Colonels are coming out pretty hot after their game last night against Sioux Falls O'Gorman. The Lynx are going to have to probably put a little more pressure on the three-point line and less take their chances in the lane a little bit. I think Coach Nelson is going to come up with looks like he made a little bit of changes. He brought Morgan into the game for the first time. He brought Olthoff into the game for the first time, and I think you'll see a little bit different defense here. I think you'll see more of a man-to-man to kind of cut off that three-point threat that's going on right now.
So into the game is going to be Delaney, the sophomore point guard, number 5. Decker's going to inbound it, the senior. He's the only senior with Vandenberg back on the court out of that timeout, along with Morgan and Olthoff come into the game. They go right into Olthoff. He's going to be guarded by McCardle. And he's going to base down. Double team, errant pass, tipped by number 4, Talley, as Solik with 2 threes already in this game, resetting the offense. Great defense, though, by Decker. They're going to swing it over to Myers. Myers back over to Solik. He's guarded by Decker again. Right into 44 Morgan as Vandenberg has him. And it's going to be off of McCardle. It's going to be Lynx ball. So far in this game, the only 2 points for the Lynx is coming from Vandenberg.
Yeah, they did switch to man-to-man, Ken, to pick up the defensive intensity. It paid dividends there. Got them to have an errant pants off of McCardle. So let's see what they can do on offense with the new lineup.
Lingrock in the game also for the Lynx as Vandenberg. They go right into him, double-teamed right away. There's Morgan. He averages about 19 points per game, right a tick under that. Lingrock, Olthoff. Olthoff doubled. They strip it from Olthoff. It's going to be Talley. Talley for the Colonels pushes it up, and he's going to find the 3. He's a left-handed shooter, and it's no good. Morgan's there for the rebound as the Lynx resetting the offense. They're going to push it all the way up to Delaney. Delaney, your new point guard, over to Lingrock. Lingrock, sweet move. He doesn't like it, pulls it back out to Vandenberg. Vandenberg with the only 2 points of the game for the Lynx as Olthoff tries to tip that shot off as Solik drives. There's going to be a foul, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Delaney. That's going to be Delaney's first foul, team foul number 1, and the first foul of this ball game is going to become on number 5, Delaney for the Lynx.
Yeah, he was definitely moving, trying to slide under and draw the charge, but he was continuing to move when they drew contact.
So far in this game, as Solik's going to go to the line for the Colonels, it's been 3-ball, 3 threes for the Colonels. As Solik has 2 of them, he connects for a 7th point as that free throw is good, but also Morgan connected number 44 for the Colonels in the corner of the 3-point line here on your left hand of your side. Second free throw is no good. 8-point game as the Colonels have jumped out to that 8-point lead. Like we said, Vandenberg with the only 2 points so far in this game for your Lynx. Langrock drives with the left. Down to the baseline, he's going to go to Morgan. He gets a good screen from Langrock. Morgan's going to put it up. No, he's going to kick it out to Delaney. Delaney, teardropper from the top. It's good. Right about at the free throw line. That's a 2-pointer. Delaney connects on his for 2 points of the game. It's now a 6-point game as Myers is going to reset the offense. Kind of confusion a little bit as there's kind of a bunch offense, Bob, there from the Colonels. 3-ball from number 35. That's McCardle. They have now 4 for 5. That's going to be the Colonels from the 3-point land. Morgan up, and that one's good. 13-6.
You know, that was an excellent drive by Morgan. Kind of caught him off guard before they got set and did a nice drive to the basket.
And there goes Myers. He's kicks it out to Talley. Talley's got a 3 already. Solik. Myers. McCardle looking for a second 3. Great defense from Molotov. It was tipped. Solik's right there to grab it for the Colonels. Talley kicks it out. They're going to swing it all the way over to Myers. Drives the lane with the left hand. Right hand's good. Late foul call on Vandenberg. That's going to be Vandenberg's first. Team foul is going to be number 2 on your Lynx.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. The defense is definitely a little more scrappy when they're playing man-to-man. They kind of are getting out to the lane, forcing them to not take that shot right off the bat to drive to the basket. But Vandenberg looks like he picked up a foul, but hey, he didn't give up the basket, and they missed the first free throw. So got to say it's a benefit at the early part of the game here.
Kreisfeld comes into the ball game for Vandenberg. He's going to take an early seat here. He's got 2 points with 1 foul. As Myers from the free throw line now is 0 for 1. He's going to try to connect on his second free throw off that foul, and he does not. Altoff's there for the rebound. Now the Lynx going to push it. As Delaney's going to go up to Langrock. He's guarded by Talley. They're going to get the screen from Olthoff. He likes it. He's going to drive with the left hand. No good. He's going to go over to Morgan. That one is good. Morgan with 5 points in the game. Leading scorer for the Lynx. He comes off the bench on senior night as it's now a 13-9 game. Solik, he's got 2 threes. There's going to be a foul on Langrock. He's going to pick up his first foul, and Coach Nelson does not like it so far defensively from the Lynx.
Yeah, they're getting some dribble penetration now that they're paying a little more attention to the 3-point arc. It's come a double-edged sword. Before they were packing the lane, and they're getting open looks on the threes. Now we're attacking the 3-point line, and they're trying to dribble drive. So we'll have to see how that goes if they can find a good happy balance.
Solik connects on the first free throw as he's got 8 points to lead all scorers in the game. He's going to try to connect on his second free throw as the Colonels are up 14-9. Colonels walking into this game with a big victory last night, 71-70 over O'Gorman at the Corn Palace. Altoff's there for his second. Rebound goes over to Delaney. Delaney, Altoff with Kreisfeld. Now Knutsen's into the game, the freshman point guard along with Morgan. Morgan just hit with the 3. Kreisfeld looking for the 3, doesn't like it. He's going to be guarded by Solik. Now Delaney, and there's going to be a foul underneath. It looks like it's going to go on Altoff, and that's going to be team foul number 4. The Colonels right now with 2:09 to go in the first quarter, they don't have any team fouls.
Yeah, the officials are trying to get the game under control. It is pretty physical underneath the basket, but they said that Altoff was putting his arms out to hold the people or hold his defender in place, and it cost him. But Hey, we got a errant pass, and it's Lynx basketball.
As Solik tried to go right into, or excuse me, that was Morgan trying to go right into Solik, and it's off Solik's hands. Delaney. Knutson. Knutson is on fire. He has shown this season he can shoot from that three from the corner. As Althoff avoids the double team, up, and it's good! As Althoff goes, gets the double team, splits that double team, connects off the glass for his first 2 points of the game.
You know, Ken, they brought the double team from the top side. Althoff saw it coming. He spun to the baseline. But more importantly, he went up and under and used that board for a nice bucket. But he looks like they missed the and one.
Tally there for the rebound, goes up to Sokup. There's a steal by Althoff as he's going to push it to Knutson. The freshman point guard goes over to Morgan. Morgan's got 5 points, goes to the baseline. Lucas Swerve, 7, looking for the foul. He doesn't get it. They don't like it. Coach Nelson doesn't like it either. As Solik over to Tally. Now to Sokup, and that one is good from Gavin Sokup. He comes in the game and connects from 3. Delaney, Kreitzfeld, along with Morgan and Althoff and Knutson. Althoff, he's got 2 points. Just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Lynx down by 6. Delaney looking into Althoff, doesn't like it. Now over to Knutson, shot clock's at 10. Kreitzfeld, no hurry, going to Althoff. Althoff is going to be guarded by number 44, Morgan. Beautiful pass from Althoff to Morgan. Morgan connects with his 7th point of the game. Lynx within 4. 31 seconds to go in this first quarter, as that's going to be Tally. Tally with a teardropper, no good. Errant pass from number 20. That's going to be Colton Smith as he tried to kick it off of Althoff. Lynx are going to settle for 1 shot as the shot clock is off in this first quarter. Lynx down by 2 possessions, 4 points. As Knutson, 4. Morgan looking for the 3. No, Knutson from deep. And it's just off, and that will do it for our first quarter as the Lynx down by 8 points, 10-2, climb within 4 late in the first quarter. It's 17-13, Colonels over your Lynx.
Yeah, the Lynx definitely made some good adjustments. They kind of got away from that zone that they used when the all-senior squad was out there. That forced the Colonels to not get those wide-open looks but to drive to the basket, and they're definitely played a lot of better help-side defense there. So I think they've, after kind of a slow start and kind of got shell-shocked with some three-pointers, I think the Lynx are starting to settle back in, and I think we're going to see an excellent second quarter here from the Lynx to see what they can do against the Colonels.
Let's go over our Lynx TV sponsors real quick, Bob, as we didn't have a lot of time in our pregame because of senior night, but go ahead.
Platinum sponsors are Alliance Communications, Coca-Cola Bottling, Midco Communications, Sanford Health, and Sioux Valley Energy. Our anchor sponsors are Avera Medical Group, McGreevy and Brandon, First Dakota National Bank, Sanford Brandon Family Medical and Children's Clinic, Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our founding sponsors are Alliance Communications, American Family Insurance, Josh Koob Agency, Brandon Ace Hardware, Brandon Lumber Company, Brandon Pharmacy, Heartland Funeral Home, Sunshine Foods, and Today's Family Dentistry. And our pride sponsors are Architecture Incorporated, Brandon Plumbing and Heating, Byrne and Gruning Heating and Air Conditioning, First Interstate Bank, Henkel Electronics Materials LLC, Horizon Pet Care, McDonald's, Michael's Fence, and Rogers Plumbing and Heating owners, Chris Berkman and Josh Corbin.
Thank you, sponsors. You're the reason we're able to do this on this Saturday evening. Decker into the game for the Lynx. Coming out of that timeout, Vandenberg. Oh, the Mitchell Colonels wanted the foul. They don't get it. And there's a rebound by Morgan. Morgan's going to swing it all the way up to Sokup. Now they go to Solik. He's got 6 points. Early points in the first quarter from 3, about where the spot where he just voided from. That's number 23. He's up at the top of the key. They go over to Tally. They're looking inside to Morgan. Now they go to Smith. Smith up. And sorry, that's Gavin Sokup. It's up. The floater's good. Sokup now with 5 points. He just hit a 3 also. Vandenberg over to Kreitzfeld. They're going to reset the offense into Althoff. Altoff, he's going to be guarded by McCardle. McCardle, the center for the Colonels. That one and that teardrop from the right hand of Altoff is up and good. He's got 4 points in this game.
What beautiful touch right near the basket, where it's so easy to throw it too hard, but it had a nice little spin on it that kept it right up in there.
As the Colonel's going to reset the offense, they're up still by 4. As that's going to be Sokup. He looks for his 7th point of the game. No good, but the Colonels grab the rebound. Into Tally. Tally up with the right hand. That one's no good. Altoff's there for the rebound. Great defense from the Lynx. That one just rolled out. We'll call it kind of the home court advantage. The rim didn't like it and kicked it right out of there. Knutson, Vandenberg. Vandenberg looking into Altoff. They want to make that the focal point. If they're not going to double team, then Altoff needs to go to work, and there's a quick foul by number 35. That's going to be McCardle, and I believe that's going to be McCardle's first foul of the game.
It is. They're definitely they want to single team him if they can, play him straight up. But if he's making progress, they bring over a double team. But that's going to leave somebody open for the Lynx.
And for the Lynx now is Delaney. He's going to inbound it, and with Altoff, Langrock, Vandenberg, and Decker. 3 seniors on the court. Langrock goes up. It's going to be off of his knee, off the rim. He goes up. Beautiful inbounds place from Delaney into Langrock. It's no good. The Lynx are going to come out on defense. Now they're going to go into man-to-man. You see Delaney. He's going to be guarding Myers. Now they're going to swing it over to Sokup. Sokup looking inside to Smith. Smith guarded by Vandenberg. Goes up with the right hand. That one's good. As the double team came from Altoff, he was just a little bit late. That floater's good. It's a 6-point game. Delaney guarded by Myers. They're going to go over to Decker. Decker now to Delaney, looking inside. They want to make that a focal point. Now the double team comes, though, as a little switch from defense from the Colonels. Delaney into Altoff. He's guarded by McCardle. And they're going to clear out. Delaney for 3. Good! As Delaney connects with his 5th point of the game, he hit one from about the free throw line. He hits it outside of the 3-point line there. He makes it a 3-point game. The closest lead so far, except for the beginning of the game, for the Lynx. And there's going to be a foul there on Vandenberg as Altoff came with the help. The block came, but Vandenberg's going to pick up his 2nd foul, Bob. We'll see what Coach Nelson does. I think Morgan's going to come into the game for him.
Yeah, I probably would this early in the game. He is so very important to the Lynx on the defensive side and on the offensive side, and it looks like they're also bringing in Hayden Anderson to the game. So that'll change the offensive look just a little bit, but I'm so impressed with Altoff and his court vision on that last play. Just a great vision, and saw the cutting person for the 3-pointer.
As Altoff and Vandenberg go to the bench, Delaney and Langrock along with Morgan. Anderson now into the game, like Bob just said, along with Decker. Both those free throws 0 for 2 from Smith that series. Anderson up, no good. There's a rebound, though, by number 20. That's Colton Smith. Still a 3-point game, 21-18. 4:45 to go, first half. So over to Smith. Solik with 6 points early in the first quarter with the 2 threes, as Decker has really put the clamps down on him defensively. They go over to McCardle, and there's a help defense from Langrock as McCardle tried to go to the baseline on Anderson. Langrock cut that off, but it's going to be out of bounds on the Lynx, as Solik, number 23, is going to inbound it. And kind of an errant pass, kind of a lazy pass there by Solik, trying to find number 44, Morgan, but it's going to stay here with the Colonels. It's going to be off of Decker. Decker's really, really clamped down a lot on Solik. I thought he was just going to start going off in this game with the 2 threes. That's been different. Morgan for 3. That's going to be no good, but McCardle's there with the defense of rebound. As a lot of players on the court. We'll see what they do here. I think it's going to be a jump ball. Boy, McCardle and Langrock on the ground, as Langrock gives a little smile to the student section there, as you can see. I believe we might have a bloody nose. Maybe not. They're going to keep McCardle in the game. We'll see here. As possession is going to go to the Colonels as Myers going to inbound the ball. Tally into the game, number 4 for the Colonels. He's guarded by Delaney. They go right into Tally. They go over to Myers. Morgan's there on him. 3 ball from Myers. That one's good. Colonels red hot from 3. It's 24-18.
Yeah, I do like the defensive intensity of the Lynx. They're trying to cut off that three-point line, and it's paying some dividends here. Now we just got to see some progress on the offensive end, but it looks like we've got a foul down there on Morgan.
Team foul number 3 on number 44. That's going to be Morgan. That's going to be his second. We'll see how they play that as Coach Kreitzfeld. He is going to keep him in the game. Althoff comes into the game for the Lynx as Delaney inbounds it to Morgan. He's guarded by Morgan. Morgan and Morgan. You heard that, right, Bob? Delaney over to Decker. All of a sudden, Althoff inside. Gets a double team. Somebody's got to be open. He finds Morgan for 3. No good. There's a rebound, though, by Delaney. Delaney right in the right spot. Reconnects the offense with 30 seconds to go on the shot clock. 33 seconds to go on the play clock. Langrock. A lot of defense being played underneath as Morgan's going to reset it all the way over to Delaney. Althoff now. Let's see if the double team. Beautiful pass, though, to Morgan. It is just off. It was a gimme. It was almost too easy, and it's going to be off on Morgan. 6-point lead from the Colonels as Morgan's going to go in. And there is Solik. Solik way over to McCardle. Errant pass. That was a missile coming across court. Errant pass. Lynx ball.
You know, Ken, the defensive intensity is starting to ratchet it up a bit on the Lynx side of the court, and it's forcing Mitchell to try to play a little faster than maybe what they were looking to do at this point in time, and it's kind of getting them out of their rhythm, which the adrenaline there cost that pass into the first row, and thank goodness the people were paying attention.
Into the game is Hayden Anderson along with Knutson, Delaney, Decker, and Althoff for your Lynx. They go over to Delaney looking for a second 3 of the game, and he buries it from the corner. Second 3, 8 points for Delaney. It's now a 3-point lead from the Colonels as Myers resetting the offense with Solik. They're going to go over to McCardle. McCardle is not shy to take the 3 from the center position. Neither is Solik, and it's off. As Delaney's there for the rebound, they push it over to Knutson. Lynx trying to hustle down the court. And they go into Anderson. Anderson's double teamed. Finds Decker for 3. No good. Knutson just outran that rebound. He was right there.
He was, and I had to kind of chuckle a little bit. They've got a guy down at the other end of the court. It looks to be McCardle, which is, I'll just say he's not a stick. He's a well-built young man. Somebody drove into the lane, and he tried to get a charge and pretend that smaller player knocked him on his butt, that the officials wasn't having any of it.
As there's a timeout on the court, it's going to be a 30-second timeout from the Colonels. So Delaney connects from the top of the key for 3. Comes down from the corner, hits his second 3. He's got 8 points to lead all scorers for both teams, as Solik also has 8 points for the Colonels. It is a 24-21 ball game. Both teams coming in red hot into this Saturday evening on a special Saturday evening that is always every year is senior night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good. I tell you what, this place is going to go crazy if the Lynx win. I shouldn't say win, or if, but when the Lynx tie this ball game, this place is going to go nuts.
As Tally is going to reset the offense, he's going to go over to Solik. Solik hasn't seen the bench yet. He's going to go over to number 12. That's going to be Sokup. We've seen him grab a couple threes, but there is a hustle play by Decker, and what are they calling here?
They're calling a foul on Decker.
Obviously, the crowd does not like it. Coach Nelson absolutely hates it, as you can see right in front, and he wants an explanation. The crowd, that's the loudest I've heard the crowd contest a foul call ever in this building, I think.
Like I said, they're just looking for a reason to erupt here.
Sokup. And there's an offensive foul by Sokup as Knutsen's right there, doesn't give ground and draws the foul. And that's going to be team foul number 4 on the Colonels. The Lynx sitting with 6. Delaney's going to take his time, just a tick under 2 minutes to go. It's a 3-point game, 24-21 in this ESD matchup as the Colonels come in. Great defense by Solik, and I believe they're going to call a foul, and you're going to hear the crowd again. Boy, as they're going to call a foul on Decker. That's going to be Decker's second consecutive foul, as the crowd doesn't like it, as that's going to be team foul number 7. So Solik is going to go to the free throw line into the bonus with 1:45 to go in this first half.
I am surprised at that call, Ken. No, I'm not an official, but that was an interesting call.
Decker's going to have to go to the bench. He's got 2 fouls. Altoff, Langrock, Morgan, Delaney. That free throw's off from Solik. Solik sitting at 8 points still in this ball game. Delaney matches him with 8 points. Over to Knutsen. They're going into Morgan. No, they don't like it. Trying to play the high-low game with Altoff and Morgan. Morgan's got it. He's got 8 points. He drives with the teardropper. It's good with the right hand in the lane. That puts it at 9 points. Sorry, he had 7 points before that. 9 points for Morgan. He leads all scorers. 1 point game. Langrock with a great defensive play. He's going to go over to Delaney. No, he's going to reset the offense by himself. Gives it over to Delaney, guarded by Smith. They're going to go right into Altoff. Altoff's got 4 points. He's also got 2 fouls. They're going to try to go up to him as Langrock on the baseline. There's a jumper, no good. And the Colonel's going to reset the offense as Solik's going to come down. He's going to be guarded by Langrock. Tally resetting the offense just under 50 seconds ago. Shot clock is at about 22 as Morgan swinging it over to Tally, guarded by Knutsen, tries to get a pick. Left-handed shot, no good. Altoff's there for the rebound. Shot clock is off. Lynx can take the final shot of this first quarter. They're only down by 1. Slow play here as they want to take the lead going into halftime. What a battle we have so far. Delaney with Knutsen. They're going to play catch. The freshman to the sophomore, guarded by number 12, Soka. Delaney goes into Altoff. Just 6 seconds to go. Altoff up and under, no good. It's just off. Solik is going to bounce off of him, and that's going to do it as we're going to go into halftime, Bob. 1 point game, 24-23.
Well, that second quarter was a good second quarter for the Lynx. They gained a little bit of ground. I said 2 evenly matched teams here. You know, when you look at what they typically do on the season, they both average right about 60 points a game on the offense and giving up 50 points on the defense. And guess what? It's going to be on the defensive ball game. I think after the slow start, the Lynx got to say, you know what? I'm not totally disappointed by only being down by a point here. It could have been a lot worse. They made some excellent defensive adjustments, cutting down on the wide open looks on the threes, and I think that's really helped. I think they just need to make some tweaks on the offensive sets down there to get some better looks, and the Lynx can come out of this victorious.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the power polls here, Bob, as I'm looking at my sheet here. So the media poll in the power rankings, I want you to explain those a little bit to me, will you?
So right now, Mitchell is in the media poll is the number 4 ranked team in the state, and our Lynx are just outside that top 5, and they're receiving some votes to get there. As far as the power rankings go, which are really what's the most important, yeah, media is important, but power rankings determine where the seedings are in the state. Mitchell's the number 3 ranked team. They're coming in 15-4, Ken. They beat some, obviously, 15 very good AA schools this year. And our Lynx are coming in right now, as it sets this very second, a 6th seed. Many things could change between now and Tuesday when they decide who gets the top 8 for games. But right now, if the Lynx could come out on a win, that would do a lot to make sure that they can get into one of those top 8 spots and get a home game for the SODAC 16. So that's what we're hoping for tonight. On Monday, which is the last game of all of the AA schools, we've got the Peer Governors traveling to Sioux Falls Jefferson, which is the number 1 ranked team, to play the last game of this series to see how the rankings go. And that could impact the top 8 as well.
Absolutely, as the Colonels coming into this ball game 15-4, like Bob said, your Lynx sitting about 2 games behind them at 13-6. Both these teams, as we're going to look into now the playoffs. That's what I call them. They call them the SODAC 16. You can call them whatever. It's a new season because you got to throw out the regular season. Now it's the new season, the tournament, and the SODAC 16 Lynx trying to sit inside that top 8. Like Bob said, next Saturday, Lynx win this ball game and everything plays out right Monday. Lynx would have a home game next Saturday in the SODAC 16, so they would host. The winner of the SODAC 16, the 8, the winners go on to state out in Rapid City.
And then they re-rank those 8 that go. So if all of the lower-ranked teams won, for an example, they would re-rank those 8 teams that went to state, with the highest one receiving a number 1 seed, etc. So a lot of exciting basketball to be played here today, and also for on Monday night to determine who gets a chance to host those games. And we know that the home teams like to have those home games because they tend to play better when they do that. But, Ken, when we look at some scores from AA boys basketball, Sioux Falls Lincoln over Rapid City Stevens 75-41. We've got Yankton over Sturgis Brown 60-42. We've got Sioux Falls Washington beat Rapid City Central 75-49, and Aberdeen Central beat Watertown 49-44. And our last score that we have is Brookings beat Spearfish 73-67. So there's been some good basketball today. There's some exciting basketball left to kind of determine who gets to play where, when. But we're looking, and we're going to be excited to see what kind of outcome comes so that we can see whether we get another chance to work with you one more game, Ken, on Lynx TV to bring you some Lynx basketball.
Absolutely. As the Lynx are looking to catapult their way, they can move, I think, all the way up to the number 6 seed if stuff plays out. There's a possibility. We have no idea. We do the math, and I had Bob's over here with his calculator. You know, he's got it that handheld device. People call it a phone, but it's really a handheld device that has a calculator on it. You know, the phone, the handheld device, the computer that you had in your hand. You're using it, and you're trying to type out all this stuff, and then you're explaining to me pregame. And I'm like, well, you know, I think Bob's calculations are pretty correct. I just don't know 100%. I like to tell you that you're right, Bob, a lot, and you are right a lot, but we just don't really know. And so, but as we focus on this game, where we're at, both these teams in the last 5 games are both 3-2. This is how evenly matched. So 2 games separated, okay, 15-4 with the Colonels, 13-6 with the Lynx. But the last 5 games, they're both 3-2, okay? You look at the total points that they score, the Lynx sitting at 61 points per game. Well, Mitchell's 1 point ahead of them at 62 points per game. Defensively, think about this. Defensively, there's only 2 points that separate them too, what they give up. Lynx give up 50. The Mitchell Colonels give up 48.
Nope, that's exactly right. And I tell you what, all game long, the Lynx have been getting some really good shots, but early on, those shots just weren't dropping. And later in the first quarter and into the second quarter, they started to see some of those drop, and that gap started to close. So I think the Lynx like to play at this end of the court, Ken. So I think when we had that break there, the facilities crew was out, and they took that lid off of the basket on this end and established it on the other side. So hopefully that plays out for us.
Boy, you see things that I don't see, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, why don't we go over our Lynx TV sponsors again, Bob, as they are the reason, as we're about 3:20 to go in halftime here. These sponsors are the reason that we're able to do this all season, all sports. It's just a pleasure that we're able to bring this to you on Lynx Channel 226 on Alliance Communications and Lynx TV on YouTube. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, our Lynx Platinum sponsors are Alliance Communications, Coca-Cola Bottling, Midco Communications, Sanford Health, and Sioux Valley Energy. Our Lynx anchor sponsors, Avera Medical Group, McGreevy and Brandon, First Dakota National Bank, Sanford Brandon Family Medicine and Children's Clinic, Sanford Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Our founding sponsors are Alliance Communications, American Family Insurance, Josh Koob Agency, Brandon Ace Hardware, Brandon Lumber Company, the Brandon Pharmacy, Heartland Funeral Homes, Sunshine Food Stores, and Today's Family Dentistry. And our pride sponsors are Architecture Incorporated, Brandon Plumbing and Heating, Byrne and Gruning Heating and Air Conditioning, First Interstate Bank, Hinkle Electronics Materials LLC, Horizon Pet Care, McDonald's, Michael's Fence, and Rogers Plumbing and Heating owners Chris Berkman and Josh Corbin. Thank you, sponsors, for allowing Ken and I to broadcast these games, and it has been a pleasure all season long.
It is second season, Bob. You're doing this football-wise. Also, it's just a pleasure, and I know the girls' Lynx team, they're going to be in the Sodak 16 also, obviously, that they're going to host a game on Friday evening. The Lynx girls capture the ESD championship this evening with a win over the Mitchell Colonels. So congratulations to them. So it's a 1-point game here. We're going to be back in just a moment. All right, we took a break. That was about a minute. If you were counting at home, if you were looking at the clock or your handheld device, it was about 58 seconds I gave Bob. But here's the thing. Bob's got an easy job tonight. He's been struggling for three-fourths of this season, this basketball season, as he hasn't had a headset. And, boy, it looks good on you. You have a headset on tonight, Bob. How does it feel? Tell everybody.
It's almost like I'm a whole new announcer.
Well, that's amazing that you do not have to hold a microphone anymore, and now you get to actually hear me instead of read my lips, which I can't believe for the last 14 games, whatever it's been, or I don't even know how many games it was, but you were reading my lips, and you did a great job. So we're going to start this third quarter in this second half. On the court is going to be Langrock, number 10, number 44, Althoff, and this is for your Lynx. 24 is going to be Morgan, 5 Delaney, and 34 is going to be Vandenberg. As the Lynx reset the offense, that's going to be Vandenberg all the way over to Morgan. Morgan's got 9 points in the game. He leads all scorers, trying to go into Althoff, guarded by McCardle. There was a double team from Talley, doesn't find it, goes into Langrock, up and good. No, I almost said up and good. It rims off. Solik's there for the rebound. He's pushing over to Myers. He's guarded by, well, it looks like they're going to go into a actual 1-3-1 zone. Now it's going to be man-to-man. It looked like a little bit of a zone for the Lynx. Myers doesn't like it. Over to Morgan. Now Solik for three. He was red hot in the first quarter. He comes out of halftime red hot in the third quarter. It's now a 4-point lead as Solik hits a three. Morgan up and good. There's an answer, though, as Morgan connects with the teardropper. He matches Solik both with 11 points. Tally guarded by Delaney as they're going to go in right into Morgan. Guarded by Vandenberg. They wanted to travel. They don't get it. Altoff's there for his fourth rebound of the game. Delaney pushes it up to Morgan. Morgan open for three, doesn't like it. He's going to drive. Double team comes. Altoff at the top of the key. Now they want to go right in, and they find Langrock. There was an errant pass by Vandenberg. Morgan, baseline, left hand. There's a foul, though, by number 44. That's going to be on Morgan, and I believe that's going to be his second foul. And it's going to be team foul. Well, actually, it's his third foul, as number 44, Morgan, has 3 points of the game. He picks up his third foul, as number 20 is going to come into the game, I believe, and that's going to be Smith for the Colonels. As Morgan's going to go to the line with 2 free throws. First one's good. He's got 12 points. It's now a 1-point game. He can tie this game, and we haven't seen that since the tip. As Morgan's going to try to connect. As Smith, like I said, came into the ball game for Morgan for the Colonels. Tie ball game. As Morgan connects, he's got 13 points. He goes into the teens. He's the leading scorer for both teams. As you're seeing a kind of a backed off zone, and there's Langrock, but Solik connects. He's now got 14. Colonels take the lead by 3. Altoff, guarded by McCardle. No double team coming. He's got it inside. Doesn't like it. Kicks it out to Vandenberg. Vandenberg, ooh, and it's going to be a blocking foul, and it's good. As Vandenberg goes to the baseline, connects on his 4th point. That's going to be Solik's first foul of the game, as Coach Kreitzfeld doesn't like it for the Colonels, and Solik's going over there also to take a look on the right hand of your screen. Vandenberg's going to try to tie this ball game, looking for a 3-point play on this series. And it's no good as Decker fights for the rebound, doesn't like it. Vandenberg's there. Steal. Delaney looking for the lead. Errant pass by Delaney, picked off by Smith, and there's going to be a kickball on Delaney. Delaney is frustrated. He knew that he tried to slow it down a little bit off that turnover. It's going to be Colonel's ball.
Would have liked to seen him take that shot when he's up in the air instead of trying to make that simple little pass. He was right there.
As Myers going to go over to Solik. He's guarded by Decker. Decker's done a good job as Solik has hit 2 threes so far in this third quarter. They're trying to get him the ball, running him off screens. Tally, Decker. Now they're going to go right over to, it looks like Myers. Myers over to McCardle. No, it's going to be Tally. Left hand. Smith, up and good. Yep. It's a 3-point game now, 32-29, as Smith connects on his 4th point in the game for the Colonels. Delaney's got 8 points. He's got 2 threes. He's going into Morgan. He's going to be guarded by Smith. Right on the baseline, as you can see on the left hand of your screen. Morgan up. No good. There's a tip by Altoff. He actually saves it. As the Lynx are going to be right here reconnecting on offense. Shot clock at 30. Delaney. Lynx down by 3. Altoff, baseline, double team doesn't come. He's got a jumper, it's good. Altoff with a sweet floater from the baseline. He's got 6 points, it's a 1-point game. Myers guarded by Morgan. They go into McCardle, errant pass, and there's a foul on McCardle. As Morgan was there for the steal, McCardle's going to pick up his 2nd foul.
You know, he didn't like how rough it's getting down on this end. Because Altoff is a handful. And that led to a kind of a frustration foul on the other end of the court.
Hayden Anderson comes into the ball game for your Lynx. He comes in for Vandenberg. They go right into Altoff again. Here comes a double team. He's seen Solik coming in. Goes to the baseline. No, he's got somebody open. He finds Anderson. Anderson up. There's a block by Solik, though. Talley pushes it up to Smith. As the Colonels reset the offense with Solik. He's got 6 points in this second half. Myers for three. That's no good, but Smith's there for the rebound. Even better hands, though, from Langrock. Delaney. He's on the ground. He gets up. It's going to be off him. It's still a 1 point game.
You got to like the hustle. Even though it went off the links at the end, they did not get that easy putback on the other end. So you got to like the effort here.
Possession arrow is with the Colonels as Smith. Floater's no good. Great defense by the Lynx, but Solik's there for the rebound. As McCardle with the hustle play. Solik's a ball player. We can see it already. Talley for three. That's no good. There's Smith for the rebound. It's going to be Lynx ball, though. It's off of Smith.
Yeah, that was just a good hustle play. They were scrambling because they were trying to catch all the passing as it went around the rim. The Colonels got a good open look on the back corner, but good thing it didn't go in.
1 point game, 32-31. Your Lynx going resetting on offense. Anderson to Vandenberg. Altoff coming underneath. He doesn't have the open screen. Anderson's wide open. Anderson drives with the right hand just off of his leg. Talley behind the back. Goes up. Great position, though, by Delaney. Offensive foul on Talley. And Talley's going to pick up, it looks like, his first foul of the game, as Morgan's going to come back into the game for Anderson. So on the court for your Lynx is going to be Vandenberg along with Delaney, as you can see right on your screen, along with Decker, Morgan, and Altoff for your Lynx. 1 point game. Lynx have not led in this game at all so far. They're looking to do it on this possession. Delaney has hit 2 threes, one from the corner and one from the top. Into Altoff. Altoff, the double team comes. He's got to kick it out. No, teardropper off the window and good. As Altoff connects with his 8th point, just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lynx take the lead finally in this ball game, 33-32. There's a quick foul, though, on Delaney. Delaney's going to pick up his second foul.
You know, you just knew when the Lynx took the lead, not if, but when, this crowd was going to start getting into it. And I think you're going to see a very loud last 8-10 minutes of this game. We just need the Lynx defense to maintain and get the offense going.
Knutson into the game for Delaney. Now they're going to go over to Solik. He's got a quick 6 points early in this third quarter. There's McCardle for three, though. He hits. It's now 35-32 as both of these teams exchanging buckets. Morgan, Altoff. Altoff with 8 points. He's had a really, really good game. Double team coming. Vandenberg's open. Knutson, they're going to swing it all the way over to Morgan. You see Morgan at the bottom of your screen as they're going to go over to Knutson. Now they try to go into Altoff. Now they're going to reset the offense. Vandenberg for three, no good. Altoff's there with the tip. He tips it to Solik, though. Solik's got 14. Pulls up from three, no good. As Morgan's there, Vandenberg's there with the tip. Grabs the rebound. Knutson's wide open. He doesn't find him. They reset the offense with 30 seconds to go on the shot clock. Vandenberg up, off the window, good! Tie ball game. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter, 35-35.
You know, you like the pause that got the defense to relax just a second and allowed him go all the way to the rim.
Solak, and that one is good. Good shooters just find a way to put it in the basket, and that's what he does. He's got 16, Colonels by 2. Knutson over to Decker. Now he tries to find Altoff right between his legs. Turnover as number 12, that's going to be Sokup. Sokup goes up. He's going to be fouled, though, I think, by Decker. And that's going to be team foul number 3 on your Lynx, and the third foul on Decker. Let's see what Coach Nelson does here. He's going to keep Decker in the game. Decker's done a really good job defensively tonight so far. First free throw's no good by number 12. That's going to be Sokup. It's still a 2-point game as the Colonels, you've seen, Bob, back and forth. Boy, it's just tightened up. And we talked about at halftime how tight these two teams are in overall standings, overall overall statistics, overall the last 5 games, well, we're seeing that so far.
You absolutely are. And the deeper we get in this game, Ken, when we get into the fourth quarter here, we're going to see how the legs prevail here, because both teams played last night. I think the Mitchell Colonels had a little bit more difficult of a game. They did win 71-70 over O'Gorman, but we'll see how that plays out here in the last fourth quarter.
Morgan looking into Althoff. Althoff doesn't reach out for the ball, and Morgan says it was his fault. That's going to be a turnover on the Lynx, and I believe that's going to be a timeout for your Lynx. So as they go into a full timeout, the Colonels up 38-35. Lynx did take the lead here about a minute ago, and both these teams are battling tonight. And it's if you look at it, Bob, we've seen a lot of inside game, okay, especially from Althoff, okay, and the Lynx, but they've provided some outside game too with Delaney and also Morgan, but red hot coming out of halftime was Solik. Hit 2 threes just like he did in the right in the beginning of the game. He hit 2 threes. He's got 14.
You know, and they did the same thing. He come out, he got hot. Coach Nelson made a defensive adjustment, and you haven't seen much of him then for the remainder of that particular quarter. So hopefully that defense adjustment stays in there. Now we just got to figure out some offensive flow and continuity to get some buckets here. But like I said, a lot of games to be played yet, and the way the Lynx are playing on the defensive end, I like their chances.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. Lynx take their timeout. They got 3 remaining, and the Colonels have 4 remaining. Team fouls go like this. The Colonels, they have 4 team fouls. Lynx with 2. Colonels ball coming out of that timeout. As you can see, Myers, the point guard, number 3 for the Colonels. As you're going to see a little bit of a zone. No, they're going to drop down. Yep, you're seeing a zone now, as you can see. Solik finds Smith, up and good.
Yeah, that was just a good offensive flow there, and a nice pass for an easy bucket.
Delaney going back over to Decker. Decker resets the offense over to Morgan. Now into Althoff. Althoff with 8 points, goes baseline, doesn't like it. Goes over to Vandenberg. Morgan's open for 3. He doesn't take it. Now he's going to take it from the baseline. No good. It bounces over the backboard as the Colonels are up by 5.
Yeah, the Lynx need to get a defensive stop here and see if they can get some more continuity heading into the fourth quarter here. So let's make sure that they would need to play good defense.
Shot clock's off. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Colonels looking for the last shot. They go over to Sokup. Floater's good. Baseline floater from number 12, Sokup. And there's a shot, and it's no good by Delaney. And that will do it for the third quarter. It got tight. Lynx in the third quarter took their first lead of the ball game, but all of a sudden, Colonels get hot again. They're up 42-35.
Yeah, they definitely closed out the quarter there with a little more energy than what the Lynx had. But I think we can make some defensive adjustments here, and also maybe make some changes to the offensive flow to close out this game here.
As Andrew Knutson he's a senior. You can see him on the court on the right hand of your screen as there's a cheering for him. He's been the team manager for a long, long time, and great recognition from the crowd as everybody plays a part in what this whole team does, and this whole community. We've talked about it all year, Bob, how special this community is, and you've just seen it again this evening.
You know, it is, and it's not just high school athletics. It's high school as a community, whether it's the basketball team, the girls basketball team, the wrestling team, or it's the fans that are out there that make and come and cheer at all these events that makes it special.
As the Lynx are going to come out of this timeout down by 7, on the court for the Lynx is going to be Delaney, along with Morgan, Decker, Althoff, and Vandenberg. Myers, the point guard for the Colonels, resets the offense. He goes over to number 44, Morgan. Morgan's back in the game for the Colonels. Solik doesn't like it. Goes over to Smith. Smith now has 8 points in the ball game. Comes off the bench. Morgan, guarded by Vandenberg. Double team comes from Morgan. No good, but right there it's going to be Smith as they're going to kick it out, and we're talking about the Colonels, and they go to number 12, Sokup. Boy, he's played big off the bench. He's got 11. That's number 12 for the Colonels, as it's now a 10-point lead. Vandenberg, Delaney looking to drive up, and it's no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line as Myers is going to pick up his third foul, I believe. We'll see what they call here. No, it's going to be his first. I got him and Morgan mixed up there as Myers picks up his first foul. Delaney's going to the free throw line. First one is good. Delaney now with 9 points. He's going to look to go into double figures here with his second free throw. He's played a really, really good ball game. They're going to need him down the stretch here with 7:14 to go in this ball game. Second one's good. It's now an 8-point lead for the Colonels. Myers picking up his first foul of the ball game on that possession. He resets the offense for the Colonels. Morgan, Solik. Solik, the leading scorer for the Colonels. But Smith, number 12, is really coming to this ball game and contributed. And there's going to be a quick foul, though. I believe it's going to be on Althoff as number 20, Smith, dives under that double team and kind of causes that foul a little bit.
He does. He definitely initiates the contact. It gets Althoff to lift up a little bit, and then he goes up and for the shot to draw the foul. So, but the important thing is they missed the first one, and that's big.
So Smith goes to the line. He misses that first free throw like Bob just said. Into the game is going to be Langrock for the Lynx, along with Delaney, Vandenberg, Althoff, and Morgan for your Lynx. Second one's good, a 9-point game. Delaney coming off the 2 free throws. He's got 10 points in the ball game, along with Morgan. Morgan's got 12. Vandenberg over to Morgan. No, he doesn't like it. Wants position on Morgan. As you can see, they go over to Langrock. Langrock with the left hand, floater's no good. As Morgan's there with the rebound, they're going to go over to Talley, and they're in no hurry. That's the Mitchell Colonels. Talley. They're going to swing it over to Solik. Play and catch. Really good defense by Langrock. Solik with the left hand. Swings it. Talley now resetting the offense with 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. As Smith's coming into the game, he hands it over to Talley. No good. Althoff's there, but a big rebound by number 20. He stole it right out of Althoff's hands.
Yeah, that was just a good play by the Mitchell Colonel there to take it away from Althoff.
As Solik's going to reset the offense, he goes over to Sokup. They're going to go into Morgan. No good. And I believe there's going to be a foul, though, off the ball. I believe it's going to be on Morgan for the Lynx. We'll see if they call it on him.
I would like to see a replay of that particular play.
Vandenberg, they're going to call it on Vandenberg. That's going to be his third foul of the game. He's got 6 points in the game. Lynx down by 9. On the court right now is Delaney Morgan, along with Althoff, Vandenberg, and Langrock for the Lynx. Talley to inbound for the Colonels. They find Sokup. Good defense, though, but there's a push foul there a little bit on Langrock, and that's going to be team foul for the Lynx. Number 5, Langrock picks up his second foul. Team fouls are going to go like this. They're both sitting at 5 for both teams. Talley inbounds it. Goes over to Sokup. Sokup off the bench. He's got 11 points. He's looking to connect. No, he's going to go into Morgan, guarded by Vandenberg. Vandenberg with good defense. There's a help by Althoff, and Vandenberg's right there. He steps out of bounds, though, on the baseline. I think this is the third possession right now for the Colonels. The Lynx cannot have that. They need to possess the ball.
Well, not to mention that you generally spend double the effort when you're playing defense, and they've had to do that 3 possessions in a row.
4 possessions now as Sokup grabs that rebound. Great defense, though, as Sokup tries to go inside to Smith, and Althoff's right there to swat it away. It's going to still stay there. Colonel's ball. They're still up by 9.
Yeah, the Lynx definitely need to get a defensive stop here, but more importantly, they need to come down to this end and get some points on the board.
Sokup over to Talley. They go over to Smith. They want to find Morgan. They're trying to find him underneath. There's Sokup. They do find Smith, though, and it's no good. And there's Morgan with the rebound. Reset that offense, and that's what they do. Delaney across midcourt. It seems like it's been forever that they've crossed midcourt, Bob, for their offensive series. Althoff, guarded by Smith. Vandenberg, corner 3, just out. That rim did not like it. It seemed like it was in. It is off. It's under 5 minutes to go in this ball game. Colonel's up by 9.
That was a great look, and it was good to see it go. It just didn't drop.
Talley resetting the offense. He goes over to Sokup. Talley now, guarded by Delaney. They're going to reset the offense with Sokup and now go to Smith. They're kind of playing a weave at the top of the key. Great defense by Althoff. And there's a swat, but it's going to be out of bounds. The Lynx just cannot get lucky there. They're just stepping right out of bounds. And that wasn't Althoff's fault. Great defense by him as he swats it away with the block. He was just standing out of bounds. His heel was out of bounds.
Yeah, that's you can't complain about their defensive effort here, but they've just got some unfortunate plays down at that end of the court.
Into the ball game is Knutson along with Decker. McCardle for 3. He's already hit 1. No good. There's Delaney with the rebound. Delaney's going to push it for the Lynx. They're down by 9 still. 4 minutes, just over a tick of 4 minutes to play in this ball game. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Vandenberg. It hit the back of the backboard, and that's going to be out of bounds on the Lynx. Really, really good defense, though, you could see on the baseline from the Colonels.
Yeah, Vandenberg was just determined that he was going to make that drive, and they could have called a deal, but they decided to let, or a foul, but they decided to let him play that one and let the players decide here, and it hit the back of the support on the back of the backboard there.
So it's going to be a full timeout for the Lynx as they have 2 remaining. The Colonels have 4 remaining. Team fouls sit at 5 apiece. We're at a 9-point ball game. Colonels up by 9, 46-37. 4:04 to go in this ball game. Tell me what you got, Bob.
We've got, like I said, 4:04 to go. The Lynx need to find a way to get that ball to the basket. They're settling for passing it around the outside. I know they get it to Althoff, but then they double team, and then they're trying to get up a shot with 4 or 5 seconds to go on the clock. I'd like to see them penetrate a little bit and get to the deal, and then pass to a Althoff who's breaking to the basket versus relying everything to try to go through him. And then you get it down to 10 seconds, and then you got to try to rush up a shot. So let's see what Coach Nelson is going to work up here.
Coming out of that timeout for your Lynx is going to be number 34, Vandenberg. 20 is Knutson. 12 is Decker. Number 5 is Delaney. And number 44, man's the middle. That's Althoff. He's got 8 points in the ball game. Full court pressure is going to be put on by the Lynx coming out of this timeout from Coach Nelson as Solik inbounds. And there's a steal. No, just off the hands of Delaney. That full court pressure almost worked as Talley's going to go across the half court line, resets the offense with 25 seconds to go. And on the shot clock, defense is trying to step up for the Lynx. They're really putting the pressure on. They want to heat it up. They're down by 9. McCardle over to Solik. Solik's been quiet in this fourth quarter. Over to McCardle. Talley, guarded by Delaney. Right-handed floater's no good. He grabs his own rebound, though, as Solik's going to reset the offense for the Colonels. Now over to McCardle. McCardle looking into Morgan. The double team comes. Now Althoff's going to dip down on that double team. There's an errant pass, and it's going to be just off the Lynx. 3:14 to go.
Yeah, that's some fast hands by Vandenberg there to knock the ball away, but it's possession Colonels.
As Talley's going to inbound it into McCardle. They reset the offense with Solik. He's going to be guarded by Decker. Left hand, right hand, between the legs, up, no good. Just out of bounds though on Althoff. It's just a touch, Bob. All he needs is that to turn around, and this is a close ball game.
It absolutely is, and again, everything is correctable there, but when you got to play so much defense there, that just takes a lot of energy out of you.
As Talley's going to inbound it, he goes to Solik. Solik guarded now by Morgan. They're going to go right out to, that's going to be soak up at Talley again. Talley with the right hand, they swing it all the way over to Solik. Solik for three, it's good. Solik has been deadly from the three-point line. He's got 5 threes in the game. He leads all scorers with 19. It's now a 12-point game. Vandenberg, floater, right hand's good, 10-point game. Vandenberg connects on his 8th point. As the full-court pressure put on by the Lynx. As number 12, Sokup, brings it over the timeline. He's got 11 points. He's played really well off the bench for the Colonels. That's number 12. Swings it over to Talley, guarded by Delaney. They look into Morgan, guarded by Vandenberg. Vandenberg doesn't have a double team. He does. Delaney, as Talley's there. Sokup. They want to put pressure on him. Beautiful pass, but even better block by Delaney as that helped defense. 2:03 to go in this ball game. They really have to turn it up here. Only 8 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Yeah, that was a good backside defense there, Ken. Nice block by Delaney.
Vandenberg guarding Morgan. 3 seconds. 1 second. Good defense by the Lynx. But right there is number 44, Morgan, with the rebound. The ball has just found the Colonels, especially at that end of the court on the right hand of your screen. As Solik, guarded by Morgan. Great defense by Morgan. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 1:30 to go in this game. Colonels up by 9, coming in here at 15-4 on the season. Talley over to Sokup. No good, as Morgan's going to grab the rebound with 1:20 to go. Morgan, they're almost a carry. He doesn't get it, as Vandenberg drives with the right hand. That floater is good. Vandenberg now with 10 points. He goes into double digits. It's now an 8-point game with 1:09 to go.
You know, they got to have a little more urgency on their offensive flow down here. And typically they like a nice even keel on their offense. But, you know, they're going to look back at this tape, Ken, at the end of the game, win, lose, or draw. And they're going to say, boy, if we could have just rebounded just a bit better during this game, this game would be a W, regardless of how it turns out.
Yeah, sometimes you just get that. We talked about, think about the 4 possessions in a row that extra, okay, that the Colonels had and how much time that takes off the clock that they had on that, just that one little series. That was 4 possessions. And the Lynx were right there. I mean, it was just tipped. It was tipped. The ball didn't find them. And sometimes you got to get lucky. The ball finds you. And tonight, so far, with 1:09 to go in this ball game, Lynx down by 8. That just hasn't happened. Maybe the tide's turned a little bit here out of the timeout as Coach Nelson calls the full timeout. He's got 1 remaining in the game.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see what kind of a defensive scheme that they've drawn up. They're going to have to think about fouling here, but I haven't really do not have the stats in front of me as to what kind of a free throw shooting team the Colonels are, but they're going to have to hope that the defensive pressure that they can get some steals and some quick buckets here to get back in this.
Solik's going to inbound for the Colonels. He finds Myers, but Delaney's right there to knock it out of bounds. That took 2 seconds off the play clock. 34 seconds to go on the shot clock. It's going to be Colonel's ball. They still have to get it across the timeline. They go right into Morgan. He's going to be fouled quick. I believe it's going to be on Delaney. We'll see who they call it on. It's going to be Delaney's third. Team foul sitting at 6 for the Lynx and 5 for the Colonels. As Myers now going to inbound it for the Colonels. He calls a quick timeout. I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout from the Colonels. They have a bunch to burn. They had 4 remaining. So now they have 3. And I don't know. You kind of get this feeling that the pressure has kind of, in a way, has kind of muffled a little bit, because we saw in the last timeout, 2 timeouts ago, when Coach Nelson put on that full court pressure, they almost had the steal, and right here they're having a lot of trouble. The Colonels getting it in even onto the court.
Yeah, when you don't get a lot of easy baskets, it's tough to set up a full court press. And you know the Lynx like to do that. When they get those easier baskets. Tonight, there has not been an easy basket to be had anywhere. The Colonels have put some defensive pressure on the Lynx and not allowed them to easy basket.
Myers inbounds. Ooh. They're going to call the foul on Knutson as Solik is going to go to the free throw line. He's got 19 points in the game for the Colonels. He's the leading scorer for both teams. 13 points is the leading scorer for the Lynx, and that's Morgan. So Solik's going to go to the line for his first free throw. They're in the bonus. First one's no good. That's what the Lynx need. It's going to be Lynx ball off of McCardle. Lynx gather a extra possession here, Bob, with 1:04 to go.
Yeah, they're going to have to get the ball, move it up the court quickly, and get into some offensive flow real fast. They do not have time to run a very lengthy play.
Knutson, Delaney. Delaney looks for the 3, doesn't like it. Just under 50 seconds to go. 52 seconds, but there's a quick foul on McCardle. But the thing is that the Colonels have fouls to give there. They pick up their 6th team foul. Their Lynx are not in the bonus yet.
But Althoff was in the act of shooting there. At least that's what the officials seem to think. Althoff's going to the line for 2.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go to the line as Althoff's going to go to the line for his first free throw. That's good. It's now a 7-point game. It looks like Decker is going to come into the ball game for Althoff when he makes the second one. You like that? The prediction was good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because that's the only way he's getting into the game is if he makes the second one.
Althoff connects. Second one. Decker into the ball game for him for defensively as they're going to put up the full court pressure. They bring in an extra guard. That's Coach Nelson. Solik to inbound. Myers gets it to Myers. Got to get a quick foul here. No, they're going to try a quick trap. Vandenberg's there. There is a foul, though, on Vandenberg. 46.5 seconds to go in this game. It's still only a 2-possession game. We saw the last time Solik went to the free throw line. He didn't connect. It was off.
Yeah, that's right. And so, like I said, there's still chances here. There's still some opportunities. And Vandenberg would agree that was definitely a foul on his part. But you got to like the aggression, trying to get a steal there and make something happen at the end of this game.
As Solik's going to go to the free throw line. He's stuck at 19 points in the game, leading all scorers. That's number 23 for the Colonels. One-on-one, first one's good. So Solik puts it to a 7-point lead for the Colonels. That's going to be Solik's 20th point of the ball game.
He's had a good game. He's played, got some good outside shots and made some good penetration.
Second one's up and good. It's now an 8-point game as Delaney's going to bring up the court for the Lynx. Gets a pick from Morgan. No, doesn't like it. Double team. They go right into Vandenberg, wide open, and it's a quick foul. They were hoping to get that bucket as Vandenberg drives the baseline. Good find by Delaney. That's going to put Vandenberg, but that does stop the clock at 38.6 seconds to go. Vandenberg's going to go to the free throw line, down by 8 points.
You do like the opportunities to score when the clock's not running.
Vandenberg to the free throw line. The first one is up and no good. As number 12, both number 12s for both teams, it's going to be Decker and Sokup come into the ball game for the Lynx and the Colonels, along with McCardle, number 35, for the Colonels. Vandenberg going to the free throw line again for his second attempt. First one was off. Lynx down by 8. You'll see full court pressure off this make. Vandenberg up. Good. Now they can put the full court pressure on. Lynx down by 7. Sokup, there's an errant pass. Decker was there as they get it up the court. There's a quick foul by Morgan. About 5 seconds go off the play clock, Bob, but it's going to be, it looks like Myers is going to go to the free throw line. I believe he's got 2 points in the ball game. As Kreitzfeldt's going to come back into the game for the Lynx, he's going to come in for Decker. So on the court right now is going to be Knutson along with Vandenberg, Morgan, Kreitzfeldt, and Delaney. Myers to the free throw line. Shot clock is off. We're at 33.4 seconds to go in this ball game. First one is good as Myers connects on his 4th point of the game. He did have 3 points. That's going to be team foul number 9 for the Lynx. Delaney picks up his 4th foul of the ball game. Myers' second one is good as Delaney's going to slow play it up the court. Now he pushes it. Double team. 3 ball from Delaney. No good. Big rebound, though, by Solik. He's got 21 points. He's going to try to grab some more. He's going to the double bonus. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was just tough miss. Not a bad look. Got a good look there. Just didn't go in tonight, and now they're going to be shooting the double bonus. Down at that end of the court for Solik.
And Solik's going to go to the free throw line like we talked about. He leads all scorers with 21 points in the ball game. The leading scorer for the Lynx is Morgan. He's got 13. Delaney's got 10 to join him in double figures. Solik, first one's good. 10-point lead for the Colonels. They come into this ball game 15-4, 3-2 in the last 5 games. Lynx sitting at 13-6. They come 3-2 into this ball game on a Saturday evening in the last 5 games. Solik connects on his second free throw. He's got 23 points to match his number 23. Delaney up and good. Delaney's now got 12 points in the game, 18.8 seconds to go. Quick timeout by the Lynx is going to be a 30-second timeout. That will be Coach Nelson's last timeout of the ball game.
You know, that was a good play. They got a good scoring opportunity. They drove to the basket, got the clock stopped, and so we'll see what the press does here, Ken, to see if we can tighten up this game a little bit. But it's been a good defensive effort on both clubs tonight. It was a fun basketball game to watch.
Yeah, and it's been a pleasure. I mean, we're trying to bring this live to you. We're trying to bring the excitement to you, and we want to thank you for joining us this evening. It's a Saturday evening. I know a lot of people do a lot of things, but look at this crowd. I mean, for a doubleheader, it's been great. And the Colonels actually brought a lot of fans, too.
You know, they were here the other night when the game got canceled.
Yeah.
This place was absolutely packed.
Was it?
And they all had to go home. And so they said, you know what? I think most of all those folks, they all drove down I-90 today to watch their game and follow their Colonels. In fact, Colonels, they have 2 radio stations here broadcasting the game tonight as well.
So looking to tally. Myers. They're going to stay off the foul. Nope, they're going to try to foul, but Solik's there with the lay-in. He's got 25 now, and that's going to do it as Vandenberg takes a 3. He connects for the Lynx. It's still an 8-point game, but that's going to do it for the regular season in the big class of South Dakota. Colonels come in here, though. They knock off the Lynx 57-49. and we're going to hear a little bit. Maybe Bob Logan is going to tell us, but we're going to hear right here. So the girls are going to host the Sodak. So the boys will be hosting a Sweet 16. He called it the Sweet Sodak 16, Sweet 16, whatever. The field of 16, the top 8, and both the girls Lynx team and the boys Lynx team will both host as they're in the top 8, both of them even with this loss. And so we talked about pregame, Bob, how this game coming in, but you want to go out with a big win coming off the regular season. Lynx don't get that. They got to throw this game out the door and reset everything to a new season come next Saturday.
Because everybody is 0-0 when the new season starts.
And it looks like the Colonels are celebrating on the court. As you can see, they win the ESD, the Mitchell Colonels, and congratulations to them. And so tonight we've seen, a lot of what we saw this evening is what team's going to be flat kind of in the fourth quarter. Well, the ball really didn't bounce the Lynx way either. They weren't getting, any of the loose balls. They were right there, tips and everything like that, but the ball didn't find them. Let's just put it that way. And, next Saturday, I don't know who the Lynx are going to be hosting, but it's a way to kick off that next season.
It absolutely is. And, sometimes the balls bounce, like you said, your way. Sometimes the balls don't bounce your way. And I guess if tonight they didn't pick up a win, let's hope that as karma goes, what goes around comes around, that we start getting those bounces to us when we get to host next Saturday.
So for Bob Arnold, I'm Ken McEwen, and we should be back next Saturday. Hopefully, my schedule allows me to, Bob. We love bringing these to you, and as we go on in these seasons, it's such a blessing and such a fun job to do this. And the Lynx it's been a tremendous season. I know the Lynx are dropping to 13-7 on the season, but they've really played well throughout this regular season and really catapulted their way. I know they're finished the regular season 3-3, but it's better than 2-4 or whatever it is. The Lynx need to build a little momentum in this next week, and we know Coach Nelson and his staff will get them ready.
From the start of the season, Ken, when we first started doing games, we watched a team that comes out and they just weren't making the required plays to win a game. They progressed so much throughout the course of the year, and they get down to the end of the year, and like I said, with a couple of bounces either direction, they could be on the winning end of this, and we would be talking something a little